Eight.
It's this time of the month again. Meowdy everyone.
Eight.
Hello, everybody!
Oh my god!
Hello! Yeah, here we go. It's time. It's Women Wednesday again. Women Wednesday returns. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome back to the Mysterious Thief Forget-Me-Not. Except I'm like, forget me everything. It's been 2 months, which is basically a million years. I'm sure I will remember very quickly, but I'm so excited. I'm so ready. So ready to play more of this. I'm getting so distracted by the music. I just want to like dance along to it. Yeah. Music's a tattoo art. It's just the menu. It's just the menu. It's loud music for the menu. We enjoy it. I'll load the game up in a second. I think the rest of the music is a more reasonable level. This is just, we're just jamming out at the moment. But welcome in, everybody. Hold on, let me click continue. Where are we? September 30th. So it has been, it's been more than 2 months. Let me click into it. There we go. See, the music's a more reasonable level now. listen to that. Yeah, here we go. Perfect. This is the background music for welcoming everyone. Wonderful. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I have had the most stressful morning. I'm very glad to now be back home, ready to play gay video games. But happy Wednesday. I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome on in. Let me open my can of Monster. I need this. I was so tempted to open a can earlier, but I was like, no, I'm gonna save it for the stream. So here we go. I've got my Ultra Fantasy Ruby Red. My Orange Squash Monster. Lovely. And let me welcome everybody in. Hello. Welcome. To be fair, the music is still like kind of loud, but it's like chill, so I think it's okay. But Minx, congratulations on the first. I hope the meetings go well. Good luck. Glad you could be here. Akire, lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully the delay's not too bad. I have no idea what causes like the delay and stuff. Like I've usually had like pretty decent latency on phone Twitch. But I find that sometimes I do have to like close the stream and reopen it again because it'll like buffer for a second, then it won't get back to like the current time until I refresh entirely, until I like close it and reopen it again. Just the perils of mobile apps. But Gambler, hello, lovely to see you. Thank you so much for the resub for 38 months. Oh my goodness. 38 months is wild. Thank you so much. I get the prime. It's that time of month again. Meowdy. I hope you're doing well. Happy Wednesday. Thank you for the 8s. Thank you for the hydrate. 8. Suzume, lovely to see you. Hello. Yes, I'm finally getting around to continuing playing. I'm so happy. I'm so excited for it. Did you? Oh, you share a birthday with Irina? That's so cool, actually. Oh, I'm trying to think. Who do I share a birthday with? I share a birthday with one of the Idolmaster Cinderella girls. Oh, is it Mayu? Her name? I don't remember. I don't think there's anyone else like any cool fictional characters I share a birthday with. But there should be more. There should be more. Maybe I will magically create one right now that will be revealed in the future. There we go. Perfect. Clip this. Come back to it next year. I'll be like, there, look, a character. It's like 5 seconds for you. Yeah, the latency shouldn't be too bad. Like it's very low on my end, and there's also like a little bit of delay before messages pop up on the screen too. That is to ensure that if anything really bad gets posted, it never goes up in the first place. It can get sniped. But yeah, it's I find like my problem with mobile Twitch is always the buffering. Like it'll be fine and then it'll be like, I'm gonna buffer, and then now you're 20 seconds behind. Even if 20 seconds hasn't passed. Feel like an old man here after 38 months. No, it's nothing. It's no, we're not old, because time is fake. Time just does not exist. Therefore, oldness does not exist. We are all just youthful and sprightly all the time. Don't worry about it. Oh, Shogun, hello! You share your birthday with Darren Brown. Wait, that's a cool one. Wait, no, I tell a lie. I do know, like, another person I share a birthday with, but I was thinking, like, specifically fictional characters. But I'm pretty sure that, I share a birthday with Gloria Gaynor. Because I remember there was, like, a meme going around. And it was like, if there was a zombie apocalypse, a celebrity who shares your birthday is who you're with. How are you? How do things go? And I was like, well, if I've got Gloria Gaynor, then everything will be completely fine because I will survive. And then Xander, my brother, was like, well, he had Sarah Michelle Gellar as a birthday, sharing a birthday person. So he was like, well, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, sorted, we're fine. So we would survive. We know that much at least. And Ido Karen from Review and Suzuha from Steins Gate. Wait, that's so cool. What a great birthday. That's so fun. Oh, I want to find other characters I share a birthday with now. I want to... Hold on. Fictional character birthday September 7th. Let's just see what happens. There is a Genshin character, Chongyun. Little blue boy, I share a birthday with him. Petra from Fire Emblem Three Houses. Wait, okay, no, that's good. That's a cool one. Yes, Sakuma Mayu from Cinderella Girls. That's so fun. I didn't realize I share a birthday with Petra. Oh, that's so fun. I love that. I love that. Okay, let me scroll a little further down. What else is there here? I don't recognize like any of these characters. Omi Shichijo from Gaku in Heaven Boys Love Scramble. That's the one. That's the one I want to be associated with. Amazing. The most important shared birthdays. What else? Also, apparently, Yui Yagi from Mahjong Soul as well. Oh, that's fun to know. That's fun, actually. Amazing. I should stop looking at that now. Anyway. Biggest annoyance of mobile Twitch is the fact you can't listen from a lock screen. Yeah, you can do, because I've done that before. Background audio. Yes, you are saved. You get to listen forever now. You have the power now. Technically, you share your birthday with Pokemon. Wait, that's maybe the coolest birthday. That's so good. Accurate. Think you share a birthday with some super unimportant side characters and a few hentai characters. Yeah, I was looking through this page I found, Anime Characters Database, and I'm pretty sure a bunch of these are probably from hentai series. Just the impression I get from the designs. But yeah, that's so cool that Petra from Fire Emblem Three Houses, I had no idea. And I am so very okay with that. Wait, also Shuichi Saihara from Danganronpa 3. Okay, amazing. The ultimate detective. I guess it makes sense. Like that's fun actually. That's a protagonist with my birthday. I love that. And I am a little bit of a detective myself, you could say. Maybe from time to time. I have understanding now. I do. It's so fun. It's so fun. Also, Tenma from Ensemble Stars, apparently. And Full Body from One Piece. I don't know anything about One Piece. Wait, Sakurako from Yuri Yuri? Wait, hold on. Hold on. This is great. This is so good. Okay, I'm happy now. Anyway, I'm really excited to play this game. I need to stop getting distracted immediately. This is so fun. Aww. Gabla, the only character or person you know who shares your birthday is the Russian Yuri from Yuri on Ice. That's so cool though. That's fun though. That's a fun character to share a birthday with. Because Yuri on Ice is great. Hehehe. I have understanding. Why? Why do you hate him? He's just a little guy and it's his birthday. He's just a little birthday boy. No, it's I really love Yuri on Ice. It's such a good show. He's a pain in the ass and constantly complains about everything. I mean, there's a lot of people like that. But at the same time, it's like, isn't he like 5 years old as well? No, it's like they're like teenagers anyway. It's kind of understandable. Like I think about myself when I was a teenager, and I was probably also that annoying. Especially like in something as high stakes as figure skating as like a teenager. That's terrifying. That's a lot to be going through, and I think it's kind of normal to maybe not be the most reasonable person in that situation. Like when you're growing up and everything is all over the place. Wait, where's the quote about murder itself is a bit horrifying? It sure is. But yeah, it's so fun. I love like realizing I share a birthday with characters. That's really fun. I had no idea there was so many because I feel like the last time I checked there was like nobody. But now there's more on here. Like, what would I do without the knowledge that I share a birthday with Omi Shichijo from Gaku and Heaven Boys Love Scramble? This has changed my life. Who even are you? Who even are you? I'm Googling him. I may regret this. Kaoru Sayonji's childhood friend, talented with computers and works in the treasury. He is extremely talented with computers and can also be exceptionally dangerous when he wants to be. Okay. Alright. Good to know. Anyway, I'm putting the website down. I'm closing it. I'm closing the tab. I'm closing it. I need to stop. I need to stop. It's Women Wednesday. Stop looking at Boys Love Scramble, Gaku in Heaven. What am I doing? Who am I? What am I doing? It's one of those days. Waiting for the day you'll share your birthday with a Hongai Star Rail or Uma Musume character so you can simp for them. It'll probably happen. It's one of the good things about like gacha games adding new characters is that more birthdays will happen and there's more chances of you sharing a birthday with one of them. But yeah, love sharing birthday with tall, cute Russian ballerina Irina from hit visual novel The Mysteriously Forget-Me-Not. The one we're playing as right now? Oh my goodness. Because if we... Hold on. Where's my cursor gone? There I am. Because if we go back to here, like this was chapter 1, Desiree. And now we're on chapter 2, Irina. And the last thing I remember us doing was we were talking to everyone here, the other ballerinas. And I think we were about to like leave the room. And I was like, yeah, we'll leave the room. Did I read this? I don't know. Let's see. I walk back over to Magda, who I can tell is just about ready to lecture me. Don't give me that look. I just came over to ask if you wanted anything while I was in the lounge. Thank you, but I'm alright. I already drank a full cup of coffee during breakfast. I'm good for another few hours. You mean that concoction of milk and sugar you had earlier? Listen, whatever coffee they use in the theater is just too bitter. But don't you think 3 milks and sugars is a bit much, even for you? I'll admit, it was a bit. But the beans they use are just so bitter. I felt my blood pressure go up just from a single sip. Magda taps her foot a bit, thinking for a brief moment, before a big smile appears on her face. When we finally have some free time, we should go out and see what the city has to offer. There's definitely got to be some local bars or cafes in the area that are worth checking out. Oh, I know a local bar or cafe in the area that you should be checking out. What do you say? That sounds like fun. I'm sure we could get quite a few of us together to tour the city. Right? But until then, let's work our butts off so we can really relax. Of course. Funnily enough, despite sharing a birthday with so few characters, you have the same birthday and year as a friend of your friend. Wait, that's wild. What is the chance of that? That's got to be like a really low probability. I've met people with the same birthday as me, but never the same year as well. Just be like, oh my goodness, we were like born at the same time. I still can't believe the dev sat there the whole time while you were playing listening to you fail to speak in a female Russian accent. See, I don't know if I'd be able to do a Russian accent, so I'm just not even trying. But I don't remember the voices I gave them a million years ago, so I'm just gonna, start over. There we go. How about the trio on the bench? Irina! Sitting on one of the benches across the wall are the trio of Amelia, Adriana, and Alex, the first waving at me energetically. I walk over to them, waving back with a chuckle. Did you need something from me? No, we just wanted to chat. Yeah, you came back to that hotel so late that we never got to talk about last night. Ah, right. I did promise I'd tell you about the incident, huh? You can tell us now. No pressure or anything, though. I don't mind. The trio seems absolutely giddy at my answer as they scooch over to make me some room on the bench. I take my seat and get comfortable, turning to face them. Not a lot happened, but I can at least tell you this much. I recount everything that happened for them. Being carried across the rooftops, the thief letting me keep the jewel, and Detective O'Malley catching up to bring me back to the museum. Dang, no wonder you were so tired last night. Though I'm surprised at how boring your talk with the thief was. Yeah, in all those Phantom Thief stories, something super romantic would happen. But Nana, how plain can you get? Well, I did leave out one thing from my story. The dip. If I had mentioned that, there's no way I'd be able to leave and get my coffee before break ends. Although, I think Adriana notices something seems off as she suddenly speaks up among the chattering. You sure you said everything that happened? That I did. Alright, I'm not gonna press you on it. She leans her back against the wall, and as the others settle down, I stand up from my seat. I'm gonna go get myself a coffee now. Do any of you want anything? The three of them shake their heads with little nuh-uhs, almost in tandem with one another. You go wake yourself up then, or Brianna won't be able to save you from Teacher's classic disappointed gaze again. I can bet you that if she heard that, she'd be burning a hole right through your head right about now. With a giggle, I wave bye and walk away, letting them take that space on the bench back for themselves. There we go. That's a good, remembering where I was last time. Right, let's head out. Let's go get some coffee. Because, yeah, she was, falling asleep in dance practice. Am I ready to head out? Yes. You need coffee. You need coffee, sweetheart. I fight off another yawn that's trying to creep up on me, shaking my head a little as I open the practice room door. Come on, me. We can last a little longer to get something to drink. Come on, you got this. The lounge is just up ahead. If the carafe is empty, I'll have to make do with one of the pouches of instant coffee. Although they'll only really last me a couple hours at most, so... Ugh. In the middle of my indecisiveness, I lose track of where I'm going, accidentally bumping into one of the security guards walking through the hall. I'm sorry, I wasn't looking where I was going, and... No, think nothing of it. I should apologize for being in your way. Hello? With a nod and a salute, the officer continues their trek down to the other end of the hall. Okay, hi, that was normal. The number of security guards has been going up as of late. I can't imagine why. It's not like there was a theft or anything. Is it because of that thief, or maybe... Inca! As I'm thinking to myself once again, I hear someone calling from the opposite end of the hall. Turning around, I see it's my uncle, walking towards me with a face full of glee. Uncle Abraham! I see you're on break right now. Everyone was so exhausted that we decided to have one early. Where have you been, though? Practice has been going on for quite a while. Uncle looks down at his watch upon hearing that, surprised at what time it is. Nugs, hello! Lovely to see you! Happy Wednesday, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the confetti, we're cheering. We're cheering for Wednesday, Women Wednesday. Welcome. So it has! My apologies for that. I had to sit down with the director and the theatre owners for a meeting. A meeting? What for? It's about our stay in this city. Because of that heist nonsense, the police is requesting we stay a while longer to assist in their investigation. So we discussed it with the theatre owners, and they've given us permission to stay and perform a while longer. But is that not going to disrupt the last leg of the tour? To my surprise, my uncle lets out a loud chuckle. Not at all. The director and I actually had planned to pick a location to stay at longer for you all to relax and sightsee. Considering the exhibit, we decided that it was going to be this city long before the incident with that thief happened. It just works out well that we can continue to perform here to boot. That's wonderful. I bet the others will have at least 10 places picked to check out once they hear the news. Is there anywhere you want to see together? Interrupting me once again is a loud and sudden yawn. You need that coffee, girl. Hello. Oh, exam's over, so it's your break. Oh, wonderful. I hope the exams went well. I hope you did well with them. I believe. Enjoy your break. Have a lovely break time. Yeah, when not only a precious object, but also a person gets stolen, you would also increase security quite a lot. Yeah, it does make sense, doesn't it? It's like, it's gone beyond theft now when it's also kidnapping. Even if both were given back afterwards, it still happened in the first place. And that is a problem. My uncle is silent at first, simply staring at me in awe before I speak up. Sorry. Are you all right, Inca? I haven't heard you yawn that loudly in a very long time. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Was it because of the interrogation? No, it was because of my dreams. I'm sorry I kept us at the station for so long. I only wanted to make sure they wouldn't ask you any absurd questions and... No, Uncle, you're fine. It's not you. I just ended up staying up a bit late afterwards is all. Whatever for? She'd just been kidnapped. Don't you think the adrenaline would be pumping? Like, wow, what do you mean you couldn't sleep after such a dramatic thing happening? Ooh. My gaze shifts away from his, wanting an out of this conversation. But he simply places a hand on my shoulder and gives me a warm smile, speaking to me in a soft tone. Don't worry, I'm only concerned. You can be honest with me. Thank you. I stayed up last night to look for the ring Mother gave me. I think I lost it during the heist. The sapphire one? I give him a sad nod. Oh dear, when did you notice it was missing? When we were about to head to the police station. I've checked everywhere I could, around the museum floor, on the street outside. I even spent an hour combing through my hotel room, just in case I'd actually left it there by some chance. But nothing came of it. Oh, Inca. We can ask the officers from last night if they saw it anywhere, if you'd like. That's the only thing I can do at this point. But I'm worried that I lost it on the rooftops, in which case it'll be impossible to find it again. Unless you get help. Mayhap. Maybe. Another sigh escapes me as I look to my uncle with worry. I haven't told Mother yet. And how could I? She bought that to celebrate me getting into the company years ago, and I went and lost it. I don't know what to do, Uncle. To my surprise, Uncle's worried expression changes to the bright, smiling face he had at the beginning of our conversation. And I'm Chibi. I'm Chibi. Oh, I've still got the crown on. I forgot I put the crown on yesterday. I've still got the crown. I don't need the crown anymore. Maybe I could have a different item instead. What do I have today? Do I have anything Phantom Thiefy? I don't think I do. I have a bee. I could stick a bee on my head. Oh, you know what? Actually, let's be festive. It is December after all. Let me... Hold on. I want it on my forehead. There we go. I stuck a bow on my forehead. Perfect. There we go. I'm being festive now. It should be a little bit smaller if it's on my forehead, I think. Oh, that's... Hold on. Boom. There we go. Perfect. Beautiful. Actually, oh, wait, no. There we go. Now it's perfect. There we go. Bow on my hat. Perfect. That's the one. Exactly. Chibi Lirie is a festive thief. I am here to steal... I was about to say presents from Santa. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that because that's going to be presents for children. And one, I don't want to steal from children. And two, I don't think they'd be things I'd like. And I would feel too bad to steal anyway. Even if I gave it back afterwards, I would just be like, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I actually, I have a pair of scissors in my bedroom that I stole from primary school when I was 10 years old by accident. I didn't realize they were in my bag, and it was the end of the year, and it was also the end of me being at that school, and then I went to a new school, and then I found the scissors in my bag, and I felt so guilty about that for like months. Because I was like, I stole these. I stole them, and I was so worried I was going to get into trouble. And nothing happened of it. Nothing happened. Like, it's just kind of funny that I still have them. They're so blunt, you can't, like, cut things with them. But at the time, I was devastated. I thought I was going to get into so much trouble for being a horrible thief. But they didn't even notice. Like, I feel like they probably lost so many random stationery items just from them going in people's bags that they didn't even realize. But no, anyway, to my old teachers, if you noticed a pair of scissors going missing, I'm so sorry, that was me. I didn't mean to. Yeah, exactly. It's a reminder of my criminal past. It is there to remind me of how bad I felt, so I never steal anything again. I will never forget. I've learnt my lessons. Except maybe I might steal a heart. Maybe. In the future. No, I don't think I'd even be able to do that. I have like negative flirtability. Steal a chocolate Santa. I could do that, but also I would still feel bad, so I'll just like buy one instead and eat it. Oh, it's been really nice because this year I got myself a chocolate advent calendar. And, like, opening the little door every morning and just having a little chocolate has been genuinely such a great way to start the morning. Like, just a little smile of like, oh, I get a little chocolate. It was in the shape of a snowman today. It was very nice. Anyway, I digress. Again, I'm sorry. Uncle's worried expression changes to the bright, smiling face he had at the beginning of our conversation. Don't worry about a thing, Inca. I can help explain everything to her. If anything, she'll ignore the issue with the ring and try to fight that thief and Mr. Wilkinson herself. Maybe it's best not to tell Mother in that case, considering how afraid Mr. Wilkinson is of you. Imagine how much more terrified he'd be of Mother. Oh, her mother sounds powerful. I like that. We laugh it off, and I feel my worries easing a little bit. I'll talk to the officers from last night to see if anyone picked it up by chance. In the meantime, you and the others should enjoy your time here. I'll try my best. Oh, you're gonna enjoy your time here, I can tell. I can steal a gummy worm from Xander. See, that's a really good plan in theory, but Xander doesn't like gummy worms. He doesn't eat gummy worms, that's just me. So if he ever got any, it would purely be to spite me, I think. And at that point, I think I'd just be, like, entitled to eat them anyway, so it wouldn't be a problem. I'll try my best. Thank you for hearing me out, Uncle. You're welcome. Now go get some coffee. That was the plan. See you at practice later? Of course. Giving me a quick hug, Uncle heads further down the hall, presumably to the dressing room so he can join in on practice. I, on the other hand, finally make my way to the lounge, where a half-empty carafe of coffee awaits me before I head back to practice. Be fueled. I am also going to be fueled. I've got my monster. Oh, it's so nice. I kind of wish I'd opened a can of this earlier. I've had such a morning. Yeah, it has been such a morning. I'm very glad to be here now. Oh, thank you for the posture check too. Yeah, let me have a big stretch. Big chippy stretch. Ha! As big as a tiny chibi can be. My arms are stretched. I'm gonna roll my shoulders too. I think I needed that. It's so nice. The outfit I'm wearing today is so festive too. Because I had to go out, so I was like, I don't know what to wear. I'm just gonna like wear the first thing I pull out clothing wise. And it was a red top. And I was like, okay, well I'm gonna wear my Christmassy leggings with it. So I'm very festive today. And very snuggly and warm as well, because it's a knitted long sleeve top. And it's got little bows on it. It's cute. I should take a photo and show people. I'll be like, I don't only wear pink. Sometimes I wear the one red top I own. Wait, I don't actually own any other red clothes. Wait. Yeah, no, most of my clothes are pink. Anyway, it's just, I'm just very dedicated to my brand, okay? Honestly, I have a lot of black clothes too, though, because it's so easy to pair black with things. Like, if I'm wearing a pink top, I just wear, like, black trousers, pink socks, and it just ties it together. And then, like, if I'm wearing a pink skirt, I don't want to wear, like, a pink top as well if it's a different shade. So I'll have, like, a black top or a white blouse. The neutral colors to go with the pink and the teal and the worm on a string cardigan. Festive Lirie, that's me. Hello, Mellow Mute. Happy Wednesday. Happy Women Wednesday. There hasn't been much of the women times yet because I keep getting distracted by things. Because I've had a day that's been all over the place, and I am also all over the place. But you know what? I think that's okay. I think as a treat, I can go off on tangents. Just a little bit. For me. Festive and fashionable. I like to think I am. I have like 4 set outfits that I like to wear. And I want more. I want to get more stuff that I can mix and match. Because at the moment, I'm very much like, if part of my outfit is not available and needs like washing, then I don't have the whole outfit. There's nothing I can replace it with. I need more like interchangeable fashion things. But also clothes shopping stresses me out a lot, and I have to be like in the right frame of mind to go clothes shopping, because otherwise I get stressed out and I'm like, none of this is any good. Let's just go. Let's just leave. Get me out of there. Shale Lee, hello. Thank you for the head pat. Hello, welcome. I'm a chibi for like 1 more minute. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. Happy Wednesday. As the day continues, the lively energy the city had earlier changes to more somber, quieter tones. Whether it be returning home or relaxing at a bar, the evening brings a sense of calm to the surprisingly busy city. Many hours had already passed since practice, and a group of us, myself, Jacob, Natalia, and Anya, decided to spend the evening trying a local restaurant. Ooh. Oh, I'm back to normal. Hold on, I want to get the bow again. Give me a second. I want to be festive. Let me get my bow back. Here's my bow. Here's my bow. There we go. Haha. Got my bow back. Wait, hold on. No, I can... Oh, there we go. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, I could put some lights. I've got Christmas lights. Hold on, where are my lights? Let me just like decorate myself, and then we can like fully enjoy the women. What am I decorating myself with? Do I want a little Santa hat? I'm pretty sure I have some Christmas lights somewhere. Where are my lights? I've lost my Christmas lights. I found a glass of wine. I'm gonna have a massive glass of wine. But I can't find my... It moves with me. Look at that. I'm like psychically moving it. I can't find my lights. I know I have lights. Because I wore them on my head last year. I just need to find them. Here they are. Here they are. Ooh, that's big. What? There we go. I have Christmas lights now. There, perfect. I'm just gonna keep the wine here. Why not? Wine Mom Wednesday, perfect. I feel like I'm more of a wine aunt. I'm not really a mother type. I'm the cool wine aunt who shows up like once a year and then gives you cool presents and then just leaves again. Let's put it somewhere. Where would this be? Oh, hey, tell you what. There you go, Hazel. You can have a glass of wine to go with your monster. What am I doing to this poor little axolotl? What if I put it like... Oh, that's me moving myself now. What if I put it on top of the monster? There we go. Perfect. Perfect and responsible in every way. I love it. Wait! Wait, the outfit change! Hold on, I've got to move the bow now. I can put it on my necklace. There we go. Oh, look! And it moves as when I wiggle. There we go. Okay, necklace bow. Perfect. Thank you for the outfit change. Endorsing alcoholism. It's not alcoholism to have one glass of wine. Wait, actually, don't look at the time. It's fine. It's fine. It's grape juice. It's just non-alcoholic grape juice. There's nothing to worry about. Lirie, I'm not a mother type. Also, Lirie holds charming. That's Panache. Panache is 100% a mother type. She didn't realize it, but Panache as a character is... She's very mothering to people. She's got that kind of aura about her. I'm not. I wouldn't know what to do. I'm very good with children for like half an hour, and then I have to give them back. But it's kind of funny because children always seem to love me. Like, children get along really well with me, and I do... Like, I know how to interact with children. Like, children like me for a reason, and I'm good at interacting with children, but I do very easily get to the point where I'm like, I think that's enough now. Do you want to go back to your parents? That was fun, wasn't it? Bye. Let me go home and decompress. But I like children. Children say like the funniest things, and it is so much fun. Right. Anyway, trying a local restaurant. Does she have an aura of sophistication? Like, it could be anyone's mom. Is that a Fire Emblem quote? Amazing. It's been so long since I played a Fire Emblem game. It's been a million years. I wouldn't recognize anything. But I don't know. I think Panache is quite sophisticated, but I think it's like a very down-to-earth sophisticated, if that makes sense. I feel like that's an oxymoron, but that's kind of what I would think. It's from Engage. Oh, never played that. I've only actually ever played 2 Fire Emblem games. I have played Awakening on the DS or 3DS, I don't remember which, and I have played Three Houses on the Switch, and I didn't actually finish playing it because I soft-locked myself in my save file by only having a save for the final battle, which I was under-leveled in, and no matter how many times I've attempted it, it is impossible to win that fight with the characters the way I have them. So I never actually completed it myself. I looked up the ending on YouTube. I played most of it though. But yeah, I'm not very good at strategy. I cannot think ahead. My main problem is with strategy, I can't think ahead. And also with things like Fire Emblem, I get attached to too many characters, and I try to level all of them, and then end up not leveling any of them high enough. Like I spread my resources too thinly. But hey, maybe in the future I will play a strategy game and not fail miserably. But thank you for the hair change too! My hair is so neat now. Have to neaten it to attach the lights to it. The lights are like holding it in place now. Recommended level is 75. Sure, level 57 is enough, right? No, it's never like that. Like, if I get the option to, I will always, like, over-level. But the problem with like things like Fire Emblem Three Houses is you do have, like, limited time to do things. And I would always prioritize interacting with people instead of, like, actually going and doing fights. And I never realized until it got too late, and then it was like, okay, you can't train anymore. Good luck. Have fun dying on loop for a couple of hours before you give up. I'm just bad. I'm just bad at it. I can't think ahead. It's my problem. It's why I like puzzles, because I'm thinking like in the present. As soon as puzzles start having extra elements that mean I have to think ahead, that's when I start getting lost. Anyway, here we go. I'm lost in thought, staring at the drink in my hands, when I feel someone shaking my shoulder. Hey, Irina! After Irina! Huh? What? What, that latte more interesting than Jacob's monologue? Oh, hey, come on now. She was listening. Right, Irina? Oh, I'm sorry, Jacob. What were you saying? My response makes his shoulders slump, and the rest of our table laugh in unison. Oh, sorry, Jacob. As our group looks over the menu, deciding on what to order, Nat starts up another conversation topic to fill the air. Oh, look at them! They're having such a good time. We've only been here for a few days, and it's already been more interesting than the bigger cities. Interesting for who? I got nagged by so many cops the other night. If that rich guy tries to get us to do something for him again, I'll give him the bird and leave. Amen. Jacob and I nod together with Anya's remark, which causes Nat to burst out laughing. Guess I really was the only one who got a kick out of that whole situation. I guess I shouldn't be surprised you're the most done with all that, huh, Irina? What she says catches me off guard, but I feel my shoulders slump a little when I give her a confirming nod. It was a lot. I think I've had my share of rooftop running for the rest of my life. Okay, but until the next time? I'm still surprised nothing happened up there. No romantic moments, no fight between the thief and the detective, nothing. Nothing like those stories at all. Jacob pokes her cheek lightly with a smirk. Romantic moments? This is Irina you're talking about, the last person who would have romance on their mind. Ah, right. Sorry, Irina. It's all right. No worries. Why would they say that? I swear, I will laugh so much if it's something like, oh, because she's never had a boyfriend. It's like, she is so uninterested in boys. It's so funny, right? In the middle of our chatting, a waitress walks up to us with a nod. Have you decided what you want to order yet? Yeah, Nat, have you decided? Natalia gives Jacob the most comical pout she can muster, complimented by sticking her tongue out at him. Sorry I take so long for you, sir. With an exaggerated huff, she opens up the menu and tells the waitress what she wants. Meanwhile, I take another sip of my latte, thinking to myself as I look out the window. I suppose I do admit, this city has been more fun than the others. After the waitress walks off, finally with all our orders jotted down, our little group continues to chat the evening away, jumping from topic to topic until we finish eating and finally make our way back to the hotel for the night. Oh, that sounds really nice. I'm so glad they're staying here for a while. Let me guess, can you not sleep? In the dead of night, I get woken up by my own tossing and turning. With the clock on the wall telling me it's 3 a.m., I sleepily sit up in bed with a yawn. Why am I awake? Too real, too me. I quickly check my phone, thinking maybe an errant text or phone call was responsible. But all it does is briefly blind me as I stare at my empty notifications. I flop back down onto the pillow, hoping to force myself back to sleep. But I can't seem to get comfortable again, no matter how I lay down. I need to find a way to get tired enough again. Look around the cursor. Okay, how can I get tired enough to sleep? Medication. That's probably going to be it, isn't it? Bed. On a whim, I try to lay back down, thinking I can force myself to fall asleep. But my attempt is fruitless, as my mind won't stop racing from being woken up so suddenly. This is going to be one of those fake it till you make it nights, huh? I'm glad I have this suite to myself. I would have probably woken up everyone by now. Do jumping jacks. The perfect way to make sure you don't wake up anyone in a hotel by banging loudly on the floor. Medication. While putting my phone away, I end up spotting the culprit behind my sudden awakening. What? But I thought I took these. I suppose that answers why I woke up. With a sigh, I carefully put the medicine bottle into the dresser where it belongs. I've been forgetting to take these as of late. Maybe I should try to take them earlier? Or maybe set an alarm? Either way, I guess tonight will be a long night too. I guess it's probably a bit late to take it at 3 a.m. Unless you want to lose the whole morning. Bed. Right, I guess it's the balcony then. To the balcony. I lay down on my bed once again, staring up at the ceiling with a sigh. My mind is still racing, and any attempts to make it shut up for even just a bit are proven futile. In the corner of my vision, I see the city lights trickle in, looking so bright despite how late it is. I roll over onto my side to get a better look, and the sight of the lights glimmering oddly makes me feel calmer. Some fresh air might be nice. Oh, my mic is playing up. Hello, there we go. Some fresh air might be nice. I don't know how much of that was not working properly. I think I need a new cable for my mic. It's been a little wobbly recently. Some fresh air might be nice. Pulling myself out of bed, I slide my slippers on and make my way out onto the balcony. Once outside, I'm greeted by a cool waft of May air and the lights below looking brighter than earlier. Countless speckles of light from the streetlights and cars, and some from the dozen or so night owls still awake at this hour. Standing out among the sea of similar-looking buildings are the two large ones that the city is known for. Off on one end is the theatre, looking just as lively now as it does in the day. And on the other side is the most notable one, the twin bell towers, their symmetrical shape complemented by the large clock face sitting in between them. Like the towers in the museum. Hehe. The theatre. It even has some spotlights shining right on it, making sure you notice it at some point in the night. Even though we've been to so many cities already, there's always something unique about each one at night. As I continue to stare off into the distance, the cool air wafts by again, pulling me out of my daydreaming. Taking one last look at the scenery, I make my way back inside. Sitting back down onto the bed, I find myself at a loss on how to make myself sleepy again. See, I have the perfect solution for this. The solution for this is to go into the covers, get your phone out, load up the game Hungry Cat Picross, and do a few rounds of that, and then you will get really sleepy and fall asleep. That is my personal method. It's not been working recently, but it worked for the longest time. It's just this little Picross game that I would play on my phone, but I'd only ever play it like when I was lying in bed getting ready to sleep. So I kind of like taught my brain that when I play this game I feel sleepy. It doesn't work anymore. I broke the conditioning, but it worked so well for a while. After mulling it over, my eyes look over to the bathroom door. Maybe a quick trip to the bathroom would help? I'm out of options at this point, so it's worth a shot. I mean, sure, you gotta be comfortable lying in bed. I feel a little calmer afterwards, but still not tired enough to make up for the random awakening. Why not just have a shower as well while you're in there? While washing my hands, I just stare at myself in the mirror, thinking about how the rest of the night will pass. I wish I could just take my medication now, but then I'd probably sleep through my alarm. Yeah, that's what I said earlier. Also, Peachy, thank you for the lurk. Happy Wednesday. I hope you have a good day. I've already done that once before, so I'd rather avoid that if possible. Giving my hands a thorough wash and dry, I head back to the main room, hoping that maybe now I can fall asleep quickly. Wait a second. Hey, hold on. Hi. Hey? Huh? Hello? Huh? I rub my eyes, thinking my lack of sleep is affecting my sight. But even after attempting to shake it off, what I see stays the same. A figure standing on my previously empty balcony. The light from the city shining brightly behind them makes it hard to see who they are, though their silhouette feels familiar. Against my better judgment, I quietly make my way to the balcony doors, hoping to take a peek at who it is. You have no self-preservation, and honestly, I love that for you. Just imagine like, oh my god, there's an intruder. What if I go like closer? Hi. Hiding behind the curtains, I try to get a good look at who it could be. With the moonlight shining onto them, I finally recognize the silver suit and cape fluttering in the wind. Hi. Hey. Of all the people to see again, it's none other than that thief from the other night. Forget-me-not. What are they doing here, of all places? They appear to be deep in thought, pacing back and forth while occasionally looking over the railing. I push open the door a tiny bit and hear them mumbling to themselves. That won't work. I'll get caught immediately. But what if... No, that won't work either. What if I left it at the counter, but someone might swipe it? Maybe I could try that, but I don't even know which room it is, and... I'm lost in a curious trance, watching them pace and mumble to themselves. But I'm quickly brought out of it as I lean a bit too much into the door. The balcony door lets out a loud and sudden creaking, which cuts through the silence like a knife. Caught off guard by it, they quickly turn to look at where it came from. Hi. We really have to stop meeting like this. Unless you want to keep meeting like this, in which case, twirls hair. Hi. What follows feels like an eternity of silence. The two of us just stare at each other, waiting for one of us to say something. It's finally broken, though, when the thief jumps back in surprise. Don't panic! I mean no harm, and I'll leave right away. Hey, wait a minute. They quickly switch from panicking to giving me a curious look. It's you! The one from the other night! Irina Lebedev, right? Yes, that's me. Wow, what luck! They quickly switch moods yet again, leaving me even more confused. But before I'm able to give another response, they hop over to where I'm standing. Sorry if this is out of the blue, but... They hold out their hand, giving me a cheery smile, signaling they want me to place mine on it. You want to hold hands? Wow. Still feeling a bit lost, I follow their lead, cautiously placing mine on top. They flip it so it's palm side up, then close it into a fist with their other hand. You didn't happen to lose this, did you? With a snap of their fingers, I suddenly feel something sitting in my fist and open it to find... It's the ring! It's the ring! My ring! See, Desiree, that was smooth. That was good. I bring it up to my chest and clutch it tightly, unable to hide just how happy I am to see it again. I was scared I'd lost it for good. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Although, I also have to apologize. Up on the roof when you almost fell off, I somehow managed to accidentally take it from you. Considering how it suddenly just showed up on me afterwards, I had a feeling it was yours. I look it over to see if there's any blemishes or marks, then slide it happily on my ring finger. You don't know how much this means to me. Thank you again. Is that just like the little, like, thief instincts? Just like, she cannot help but, like, pickpocket? Just the fingers instinctively steal things. Although, I'm confused. How did you know I was here? Well... They twiddle their thumbs for a brief moment before giving an answer. The friend who works here told me what floor all the dancers were on. Don't take that the wrong way, though. I only wanted to return the ring somehow. Wasn't expecting to end up on your balcony of all places on the first try. Sorry if I woke you up, by the way. No, you're fine. I've been up for a little while already. That's good, at least. Although, they suddenly look at me with a confused yet curious gaze. After a short while of thinking to themselves, they finally speak up again. This is just like before. What is? Well, this. Normally, when you see some stranger on your balcony, you'd run, call security, or do both. And on the rooftops, too, I ended up carrying you all the way out there without you even putting up much of a fight. Their honest observations make me feel a little embarrassed. But no matter how much I try to think of something to counter it, I come up empty and unable to disagree. She's just like, yeah, I did do that, huh? Sorry if that was super blunt. I mean, it was. But you're not technically wrong. I can't help but laugh a little at myself and this whole scenario. You're not any different, though. Eh? If I were in your shoes, I would have ran the moment the door creaked. But instead, you're still here, and you even went out of your way to return my ring to me personally. That's pretty unusual as well, don't you think? They stare at me blankly, blinking every so often as they presumably try to think of some sort of rebuttal. But just like me, they burst out laughing from the realization. Can't deny that. We end up laughing together, making any awkwardness between us vanish in an instant. After letting it all out, they lean against the railing and look out onto the city. I love this so much. They're just like, wow, I guess we're both just weirdos. We have so much in common. I follow suit, walking out into the night air as I turn to look at them. No. Hi. Oh, I love this. I love this. I do want to apologize for the other night, by the way. Grabbing you wasn't part of the plan originally. No worries. Somehow, I could tell it was just as confusing for you. Yeah, I've never done something like that before. Even the cops were shocked. They were slower than usual. Well, except Detective O'Malley, but that's a given. Yeah, they're just built different, I think. I love O'Malley. Hope you didn't get pestered too much because of me. They love their lengthy interrogations. And let out another laugh. You're not wrong about that. It did drag on for a while. You seem pretty familiar with how they work. Well, I have been outsmarting these suits for over 3 years. Gotta know how they think if you want to be one step ahead. 3 years. I stare out onto the sea of buildings, the lights glimmering rhythmically, as I think to myself for a bit before I turn back to them. I hope you don't mind me asking, but why a thief? Between the other night and the small trick you did now, you'd be better suited working as a normal magician, don't you think? My question makes them pause for a while, staring off into the distance while they think it over. After a moment of silence, they stand up straight, still leaning on the railing, and give me a soft smile. Have you ever heard of the first phantom thief from this city? I haven't, no. They were known as the Scarlet Rose. My papa told me stories about them all the time when I was little. They were an amazing, charming thief that's become a part of our history by how much of a legacy they left behind. While not a why was I going to say musician? What is wrong with me? Hold on, I'm having some monster. Where did musician come from? I'm enjoying the music. While not a magician, their heists are leagues above mine. When I got my first taste of that adrenaline rush, I immediately understood why they kept at it. That thrill of going for bigger targets, being the center of all that attention. Just being a normal magician felt too small. And seeing how everyone in the city still loves them and the heists they pulled decades later makes me want to reach that as well. Leaving behind a legacy. One that's my own and no one else's. They pause for a moment after that thought, before continuing. I'm not even half of what they are just yet, but I know for a fact that I'll also be able to leave my mark in the same way once I'm done. Leave my mark, huh? Now I'm silent after their short monologue, the weight of their words affecting me deeply. As I gently glide my fingers over my ring, I think about my time with the ballet company up until now. I think I get it, at least a bit. That feeling of acknowledgement for the things you've done yourself and the work you put into it. I started dancing for a similar reason, though not to the extreme level that you're at with your heists. But I'm still nowhere near the level I want to be at. Really? I think you and the others are already amazing based on opening night, but that's just me. Oh, you were at the first show? They jump a little as their face flashes red for a brief moment, before regaining their composure. Busted. Yeah, I was. You all did an amazing job. I can see now why your company has such a great reputation. But I think you were one of the best dancers on stage, in my personal opinion. Oh? The sudden compliment surprises me, and I feel my face getting brighter as I try to avert my gaze. There are better dancers than me in the company. You're surely just being nice. Thank you for the hydrate! I will have a sip. Monster sip. Oh, let me compose myself. I need to move my mic again. I'm scared it's gonna break again. Hello, testing. Yeah, but okay, it's still good. Okay, we're safe. I'm being honest. The entire time while I was watching, I thought to myself, what is making that dancer stand out to me? Other than the fact that you're really pretty. And I finally realized it's because of how strong you are. Of all the words I was expecting to come out of their mouth, strong was not one of them. I simply stare at them, unable to respond with anything. Strong? Sorry, was that a weird thing to say? No, I've just never been told that before. In what way? Well, in a few ways. The focus you have while you're dancing, being mindful of not only your fellow dancers, but also how the audience sees you. To how you compensate for your height, like trying not to stand out and such. And even just how you act towards other people, like me right now. I'd say that's all pretty fitting of the word strong, don't you think? Oh. That's a new one. My face only gets redder after hearing their explanation. Having it all laid out in front of me with such confidence, I can't accurately describe what I'm feeling right now. Pride over my hard work? Embarrassment that someone so bluntly listed all the things I've criticized myself over? Whatever it is, it's a feeling I haven't felt about myself in a long time. Thank you. Huh? Did you say something? I couldn't hear you. I said thank you. That's the first time someone's really went that far into detail about that sort of thing. I'm not sure what to say right now. Sorry, I didn't mean to go so overboard. It just kind of all came out at once. But I do mean it, though. We share another laugh, easing the awkward tension in the air between us. I love this. I love these two so much. I love them. After which, I suddenly begin to feel how late it is as I let out a big yawn. I didn't even realize what time it was. Sorry I've kept you up. It's all right. But, gently rolling my fingers over my ring, I try to say what's on my mind. Can I see you again? Something about talking to you feels quite nice. If you ever would like to talk together like this again, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Oh. They pull down the brim of their hat a bit to try and hide their face, but I can still barely see a red blush lighting up their cheeks. I think I do actually have to turn the music down a teeny tiny bit. Teeny tiny bit. Let's have it like there. There we go. Now we're all blushing here. That sounds nice. I'd be more than happy to come on over again. Just let me know when works for you, all right? I'll try to not show up unannounced again. Of course. Great. But until then, they turn around to face the railing, giving me a glance over their shoulder. Good night, Miss Lebedev. On cue, their cape changes into the form of a glider, which they use to glide gracefully down from the balcony. I watch them fly off into the distance, the moonlight glittering against them. How do they keep that hidden? I suppose I'll just have to ask them next time. A magician never reveals their secrets, Irina. Giving one last look out to the distance, I make my way inside so that I can finally fall back asleep. Wow. Excuse me, could I get another glass? Coming right up. It's already been a couple of days since that night at the museum. Between the exhibit and the ongoing police investigation, we've been treating it as the time off we've all needed. I've especially found it easy to keep myself entertained due to Forget-Me-Not visiting me almost every night since that first time. Oh, you're having regular dates now, are you? I see. Each time we chat, we've traded topics with one another about pretty much anything that comes to mind. I ask them about the city and their heists, and they ask me about the company and the places we've been. It's definitely weird, but there's something about talking to them that helps calm me before bed. Due to a few dancers' recommendations, a large group of us are eating lunch at a restaurant on the north end before afternoon practice. My table mate Brianna taps me on the shoulder. Yes? Is something the matter? You've been scrolling through your phone for a while now. What's got you so interested? She leans over a bit to take a look, and I turn my phone to her so she can see better. The azure feather, the millennium opal. Wait, are these all forget-me-not heists? Mm-hmm. I've admittedly gotten interested since the other night. You have, huh? Curious. She gives me a smug smile and a laugh. I don't blame you. That thief is pretty interesting. They've apparently been at it for almost 4 years. There's got to be a bunch of really good stories in that time. It has been fun reading all these articles, especially since I can ask them directly about them. Amid our conversation, we suddenly get a text at the same time, as do a lot of the other dancers in the restaurant with us, from the director himself. Ooh. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm quickly typing this to tell you all to avoid staying in the theatre too late as per security's request. There's apparently been a few break-ins as of late, so we want to make sure you're all unharmed by whoever this could be. Keep up the good work. Break-ins? Everyone who finished reading the message starts murmuring to each other, some with worry and some with curiosity. Yeah, every night, eh? How curious. I'm trying to think of like a word to make a pun with gay with, and my brain is just saying the word gay. That's fine. That's fine. First being used in that heist and now break-ins? My god, can this city be normal for just one moment? No, it cannot. Alex, who had been sitting with us thinking to themselves for a bit, whispers to our small group. You know, I actually overheard some security guards the other day after practice. It might have been about this. Oh, really? They give a confident nod. I was grabbing my stuff and accidentally listened in on a couple of them outside the dressing room. Is this gonna be, doobie-doo-doo, what's his face? Desiree's roommate heist. Because the whole reason they went was because he was like scoping something out too. I bet this is gonna be whatever he's involved in. The crow heist. Maybe. Mayhap. Gay thoughts. That's me. I did so much stuff this morning. I had to like be an actual like functioning human being for so long this morning. My brain is now empty, and the only thing left in there is just like the word gay bouncing back and forth like a DVD screensaver. But honestly, I think that's all I need. That's all I need right now. It's a good brain to have. Apparently, they think the break-ins might actually be 2 different people. You didn't hear it from me, though, got it? We all give them a nod in return, and Brianna looks at me with a worried expression. You know, you're always the last one to leave after evening practice. Have you seen or heard anything about this? Thankfully, no. It's been uneventful. Just like, actually, it was me. I did it. Haha. Well, just be careful. I can definitely say that a lot of us would be worried sick if whoever was sneaking around did something to you. That's very sweet, thank you. As the negative mood in the restaurant dies down, I put my phone in my pocket and stand up. I'll be right back. Sure thing, take your time. Alex and Brianna find a new topic to chat about, while I make my way over to the bathrooms. After checking to see if anyone is around, I close myself in a stall and pull my phone back out, finding an article about the break-ins. Police have found no evidence of the identity or motive of the trespassers. The theatre owners have strengthened security all around all entrances and the rooftops. I put my phone back into my pocket, leaning on the stall door, deep in thought. Heightened security, I can't let this hinder me, though. Walking out of the stall, I start to wash my hands when I feel my phone vibrating in my pocket. After drying them off completely, I pull it out to see a message from my mother. Ooh. The mysterious mother. I saw the news about that thief. Are you okay? Please call me. That's, yeah, very mother text. I should have figured that would reach her. I pull up her number and start calling, walking out of the bathrooms as I wait for her to pick up the phone. I can't speak words. Irina! It doesn't take long for her to do so, and I'm greeted by her familiar voice yelling into my ears in Russian. Irina! Здравствуйте! Как тебя зовут? Меня зовут Mother. Как дела? Хорошо. That's the extent of my Russian. That's all the Russian I know now. I got it all out in like 2 sentences. I'm so glad you called. Is everything okay over there? Yes, Mother, I'm fine. When I saw the news about that thief and the jewel, my heart just about jumped out of my chest. You're not hurt or anything, are you? Nothing stolen? No, Mother, I'm all right. I promise. How have you and Father been doing back home? Don't try to change the subject on me, young lady. Sorry. But we're fine. You should be more worried about yourself. Being spirited away by some suit-wearing hooligan. I swear, no matter what country you're in, the police continue to be useless. As I hear my mother continue to rant, I let out an embarrassed chuckle. Mama Bear, we got a very protective mother. That's very sweet. In the corner of my vision, I spot Brianna and Alex looking at me, most likely wondering who I'm talking to. Sorry to interrupt you, Mother, but I need to head out now. Afternoon practice and such. I hear a disappointed huff from the other end. Very well, but you're not free from me yet, Inka. Call me when you have more time on your hands. And you'd better be giving yourself some free time. I don't want to hear about you overworking yourself again from your uncle. Yes, Mother. I love you. Oh, yeah, люблю. Люблю is love in Russian. I know that much. Люблю. Люблю. Я люблю. Я люблю яблоко. I'm pretty sure that means I love apple. I learnt Russian in school for like 2 years, and I remember none of it. I am so bad at languages. Yes, Mother, I love you. I love you too. I hang up the phone and put it back in my pocket, walking back to the table to finish lunch. What my mother said at the end echoes in my head along the way. I don't want to hear about you overworking yourself again. Uncle's been snitching. Wow, that's so rude. How could he? Sorry, Mother. That line continues to ring in my mind for the rest of the day. Are you going to feel bad about overworking yourself? Is that going to mean you to actually take breaks? Maybe that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Let's take a quick break. You're overworking yourself. That's going to be why the line keeps ringing in your head, because that's exactly what you're doing, and you know you shouldn't be, and you're still doing it. I can't speak. I cannot speak. I'm literally doing the same with my life at the moment. I cannot speak. It would be too rich for me to talk about not overworking when I'm overworking myself. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's now late into the night, and instead of sleeping like I should, I'm in one of the practice rooms at the theatre hall. Everyone else is back at the hotel, fast asleep. Meanwhile, I'm here alone doing extra bit of practicing. Oh, the break-in people are going to be here, aren't they? Sitting down on one of the benches, I pull out my water bottle and take a hearty drink from it. Thanks. Yeah. Whew. Leaning up against the wall, I can still hear what my mother told me earlier, ringing in my ears like an endless cuckoo clock. I don't want to hear about you overworking yourself again. Again. The way she said that makes my heart sink, but I can't let it get to me. I've got to keep overworking myself again. I shake my head to try and get rid of it, but it persists despite my best efforts. No one knows about my extra practicing, especially not my uncle. They'd start to worry about me. And while I appreciate the concern, that isn't going to help me catch up to where everyone else is. I can make up for this later. Calming myself by breathing in and out deeply, I stand up from the bench to continue as I notice a light outside in the hall. Ruh-roh. Hiding in a blind spot nearby, I wait for whichever security guard it is to pass on by. Whew. Whoever this other trespasser is has made this more difficult for me than it should have been. I pull out my phone to double-check what time it is, and to see just how much longer I feel I should continue. Almost 3 a.m. Normally I can go until 4 a.m., but I'm starting to feel my exhaustion creep up on me. Yeah, I know, like, me earlier as a joke, just like, hee, it's me. And now she's just here like, damn it, it's so hard to break in when someone else is also breaking in. Haha, just kidding, unless... maybe this is a good stopping point for tonight. After making sure I won't get interrupted by any wandering guards, I duck back into the corner and open my bag. I pull out a sweater, skirt, and sneakers from inside and wear them on top of my leotard, to make sure no one wonders why I'm wearing it this late. But just as I'm finishing up, I hear some sort of noise coming from above. Ooh. And yup. In that split second, something, or rather someone, suddenly jumps out from the vent above, landing quietly in the room. I hide myself further in the blind spot, hopeful that I am out of the way enough that they won't notice me. As I try to make out who they are in the darkness, they hop up onto their feet and mumble to themselves. I knew it, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it! Even after 2 months, I still got it, baby! Simple recon my ass. These damn theatre jobs are always the worst. Squinting at them in the darkness, I can make out that it seems to be a man in his 30s, with short black hair and wearing dark clothes. As they look around the room, not noticing me in my hiding spot, they pull out some sort of sheet from their bag and look it over. I suppose that answers who the other trespasser is. They eye the sheet up and down, still thinking out loud to themselves. Already checked the dressing rooms. That's no good, they increased security there. I see this as my best chance to try and leave without them noticing, so I slowly tiptoe my way to the exit. All while glancing both at the door and back at them to make absolutely sure that I won't get caught. Meanwhile, they continue their mumbling, scratching their head as they put the sheet away. That's about it, I guess. Whoever this other trespasser is making my job harder than it needs to be. Well, maybe if you weren't trespassing, then you'd be able to trespass easier, right? Also, can I just say quickly, hold on, let me just... Nice jacket, my man. Nice jacket. Pretty cool. Mine's a better color, but you got a pretty good jacket. Whoever this other trespasser is making my job harder than it needs to be. Excuse me? I quickly clasp my hands over my mouth, but not quick enough to stop my sudden response from escaping. Oh my god, Irina! Oh, I love her. Oh, what? They start looking around to find where that sound came from. Hi. And the two of us end up making direct eye contact. I freeze in place, just a few steps away from the door, as a wide range of emotions flashes by on their face before they finally say something. You're the other trespasser? That's my line. You're just one of the dancers. Why are you even here this late? They pause, staring at my bag and then back at me before continuing. If you want to practice, do it in your hotel room. You sneaking around is making my job harder. I could say the same to you. You sneaking around is making it harder for me to practice. Excuse me? Our bickering is cut short by another security guard making their rounds outside the room as we both dive for the blind spot. Oh, they're ridiculous. I love this. We wait with bated breath, neither of us making a sound, as the guard lazily checks inside the room with their flashlight. When they finally leave, we both let out a deep sigh before getting back up. Listen, lady, I don't care what you're doing here, but can you do it when I'm not trying to sneak in? How was I supposed to know someone else was coming to the theater hall this late? Fair, I guess. An awkward air hangs between us, with neither of us knowing how to continue this conversation. They stare at me for a bit before a surprised look quickly appears on their face. Hey, wait, you're what she... Pardon? Never mind. Ignore me. What are the odds? I give them a confused stare, but brush it off. Feeling my exhaustion once more, I pull out my phone and notice that it's a bit past 3 now. If it's, not too much trouble, I was actually in the middle of leaving. I don't recommend doing that right now. They pull out the sheet I saw earlier and show it to me. It's a map of the theater hall with multicolored lines showing security guard routes. They beefed up their forces this afternoon, so if you got used to the old routes, then forget them. That must have been when the director sent us that text. How exactly am I going to leave then? Not to worry. Even though they changed their routes, they actually made some loopholes that we can use to our advantage. They fold the sheet up and put it back in their bag, making their way to the door. Taking a quick peek. Hold on, let me try that again. Let me have some Monster. Let me try that again. No, my shame. My shame immortalized. Just taking a queek out into the hall. Hi. Hi. I swear I know how to read. I promise. Oh. I'm surprised I have not had something thrown at me yet, I must say. But hello. Taking a quick wait. I didn't even mean to say it that time. Oh, I'm broken. I've broken myself. I didn't mean to say it that time. I just said it. Maybe I just go with it. Maybe that's how things should be now. I got a dinosaur nugget. Thank you. Thank you. Taking a quick peek out into the hall, they motioned me to follow. I stare at them for a bit before they speak up again. Thank you. I hope you're doing well, though. Happy Women Wednesday. I'm so glad I finally get to continue playing this. I have no idea where my November went. It just kind of vanished. But now I'm back. I'm so back. I stare at them for a bit before they speak up again. Just trust me, I know this place better than you do. Unless you think you can sneak past all those guards yourself. With a sigh, I make my way over, and the two of us exit out into the hallway. Once in the hallway, they don't say a word, letting their movements do the talking for them, as I mimic them to the best of my ability. Hold on, I want to do something quickly. There we go. Was that right? Yeah, there we go. I just wanted to Immortalize that. It's a good quote. I want it to just come up randomly in the quote bot. Once in the hallway, they don't say a word, letting their movements do the talking for them, as I mimic them to the best of my ability. Hugging the walls to take advantage of camera blind spots, and ducking into the rooms at their signal and waiting for guards to pass. We continue like this the whole way down the hall, with me in awe at how perfect their movements are. It makes me want to ask just who they are, but I know this isn't the time to be asking them anything. Not until we're clear. We make it to the backstage doors when they finally stop and turn to me. Just a little bit farther, and you'll be good to leave through the back. Around this time, they're a bit more lenient in that area, but not for long, so you better make it quick. Thank you for helping. But I'm confused why you would do so in the first place. Easy. The sooner you're out, the sooner I can get back to work. A sigh escapes me as I simply stare at them, unamused. Don't give me that look. Now, let's go before anyone shows... Before they can finish, however, we're interrupted by someone's footsteps coming down the hall in our direction. Uh-oh. Thank you for the clip. Oh, brilliant. Here I am. It's me, the smart puzzle streamer who doesn't know how to read. Shit. There aren't supposed to be any guards coming around here right now. Follow me, quick. They backtrack towards the closest room, holding it open so we both can dive inside. Once inside, they motion me towards one of the corners as they open up the vent above. Sorry to leave you like this, but I need to book it. Can't afford to get caught here. What about me? Once whoever this is leaves, take the exit backstage and you'll be free in no time. In an instant, they crawl up into the vent, looking down at me from above. Take care, miss. And remember, you didn't see me and I didn't see you. Good luck. Closing the grate behind them, they vanish from view as I'm left pressed up against one of the corners in the room. Oh, this is scary. This is scary. I do my best to not make any sounds, but the footsteps get closer and closer. Holding my breath and clutching my bag tightly, they get louder until they stop right in front of the door to the room. In what feels like an eternity, the door slowly opens and whoever this is enters the room. They shine their flashlight directly at me, blinding me for a moment as I cover my eyes a bit too late. I ready myself for them to start berating me with questions about who I am and why I'm here, but instead, I'm greeted with a soft, familiar voice. Miss Lebedev? I blink, trying to adjust my vision as whoever this person is finally comes into view. Detective! Oh, I've missed them. Oh, they're so good. Hi. Hi, detective, you did it. You cracked the case. You found one of the trespassers. Of course they did. Detective O'Malley? I rub my eyes, thinking the brief blinding is making me see things, but before me really is Detective O'Malley in the flesh. Miss Lebedev, what in the world are you doing here so late? I pause for a split second before holding up my bag, quickly thinking up an excuse. I accidentally brought the wrong bag back with me to the hotel earlier, and I wanted to make sure it wouldn't get lost or damaged. You could have waited until the theatre opened up again in the morning. I would have if it wasn't for the fact that this was inside. I pull my phone and medicine bottle out of one of the front pockets, and Detective O'Malley stares at it for a bit before adjusting their glasses. My apologies for doing something like this when there's that trespasser sneaking around the theatre, but I had to get everything back in one piece. I wanted to make sure whoever this was didn't take these things with them. Fair enough, I suppose. As I'm putting my phone back inside, they open the door for me. Come, I can escort you out so the night shift doesn't pester you too much. Thank you so much. As we exit the room, the detective glances up at the ceiling where the vent is, before turning back to me. Just to be sure, you came here alone, correct? She did. She did. She came here alone, and that's not a lie. If someone met along the way, that's fine, but she came to the theatre alone. Haha. That I did. All right. Walking through the hall towards the exit makes it feel longer than it did when I was sneaking around earlier somehow. All eyes on you now! Oh, the frog march of shame after being caught sneaking in. It's mostly silent, with only the detective quickly telling any security guards we pass that I'm not the one they're looking for, and to continue their rounds. I start to feel a little awkward until they turn to me and start speaking. I want to apologize to you and the company for how long our investigation has taken. It normally doesn't take this long, but everything about that night has turned everything upside down. Not to worry, Detective. We're actually using this extended time here as our excuse to finally take some time off, considering how busy we've been as of late. If anything, I'd say we should be the ones to apologize to you for the trouble we've caused. No, you really shouldn't. If anything, it'd be that damn Maximilian's fault. I apologize that you got wrapped up in that idiotic plan. Things like that are normally supposed to be cleared by me. Oh, that's right. You're the one in charge of the Forget-Me-Not case, correct? That's right. Just as they've been at this for over 3 years, I've been in charge of this case for just as long. They say that with such confidence, and yet their expression remains modest and unchanged. You must know quite a lot about that thief and their habits, if that's the case. Care to tell me more, Twirl's hair? You could say that. Although I suppose I still have a lot to learn based on the other night. Everything about that heist, from the challenge to you being taken out of the theatre, was unheard of. Based on their mannerisms, however, I imagine they had everything planned out, assuming the jewel was going to be in a normal location. But upon seeing the fake jewels all being worn by you and your fellow dancers, they had to improvise at the last minute. The feathers hidden along the walls and being able to commandeer the vents and fans so easily are proof of this. I imagine they planned on making it seem like the jewel itself was flying like a swan to fit with the whole motif, considering their love of theatrics. Although that's only conjecture at this point, with only my hunch to go off of based on past heists. Hearing them go on about the heist like this leaves me with a sense of awe. Theorizing based on context clues, using what they know about the situation prior to the incident. It's just like how Forget-Me-Not won that challenge in the first place. The detective seems to have noticed my stunned silence, pausing in the middle of their theorizing. Is something the matter? I'm just really impressed. Listening to you talk about your theories and the evidence backing it up with such confidence. You really are quite knowledgeable about that thief. Just like they said. Well, it's nothing really, just doing my job and all that. I can't help but giggle at how flustered they suddenly got after my compliment. Oh, do they not get complimented often? I want to compliment them. As we get closer to the main hall, they clear their throat, regaining composure and continuing our conversation. Anyway, I've heard that you and a few of the dancers have had your curiosities piqued by that thief. We have, yes. A few of us started looking up their previous heists just to see what else that thief words. Just to see what else that thief has come up with. All these tricks and shows, they've all been so interesting to read about. Although I can only imagine how annoying it must be from your point of view. Annoying is putting it lightly. We've been dealing with that thief for years, and yet we're nowhere close to being able to figure out who they are. Not a single lead? That's impressive. No kidding. That thief is much smarter than they look. Smarter than a thief normally should be. The detective adjusts their glasses once more, looking at me with a serious expression. Normally, with thieves and the like, the way they think is simple. They try to get into the heads of the officers to plan around what they do. But Forget-Me-Not? They're different. They don't think like a thief who is just trying to claim their prize and evade security. They think like a detective. They deliver that statement with such a weight, it makes me think that they've had this on their mind for a while. What do you mean? Take the other night, for example. With limited time and resources, they were not only able to deduce who had the real jewel, but compensate for its new location in their escape plan. I was on ground level and hadn't figured out you held the real jewel, but they were able to from their hidden vantage point. That kind of mental prowess, it's been present in their heists from day one. And if I'm being honest, it fills me with awe. I'm stunned into silence, unable to make any kind of response to everything that the detective just told me. I figured from reading all those heists that Forget-Me-Not was quite intelligent, but to hear it described like this, and by the lead detective on the case to boot, it's surprising. Reflecting on the moment on the rooftops made me realize that Detective O'Malley's train of thought is absolutely true. I even said they sounded like a detective. Oh, I'm sorry. That was a lot all at once, wasn't it? I didn't mean to overwhelm you. No worries, Detective. It was actually really fascinating. I'm not surprised you don't have any leads based on this. Yes, they're very good at covering their tracks as well. The only theory I can come up with is that they're either a former detective or related to one very closely. But a theory like that has no grounds for any formal investigation, so we're stuck with our hands tied. We're at the main hall. Detective O'Malley steps in front, holding the door open for me with a nod. Thank you. Stepping into the main lobby, I turn to Detective O'Malley and give them a nod. Thank you for escorting me out. And I'm sorry for any trouble I may have caused. Not to worry, Miss Lebedev. I'll see to it that this doesn't affect you or the rest of the company. And I'll be sure they don't find out about this either. I was just about to ask, thank you. Would you like me to drive you back to the hotel? Calling a cab at this time of night is more hassle than it's worth. You really don't need to do that, Detective. You've already done so much. Consider it my way of apologizing for blinding you earlier. I can't help but let out a laugh at their playful jab. Also, I love that smirk. Look at that smirk. That's a good expression. It's so nice to see Detective O'Malley with a smile, because they are usually stressed out. Very well then. Thank you in advance. The two of us exit the theatre out into the parking lot, with the detective escorting me to a small car sitting by itself near the front. As we're driving down the road back towards the hotel, I stare out the window, thinking about everything that happened tonight. That other trespasser I met, everything the detective told me about Forget-Me-Not. I wasn't expecting all of that from just another night of secret passage? Secret passage? Damn it, I'm thinking about blueprints. No, I need to stop. No. Just another night of secret practice. The dull hum of the car calms me as we get closer to the hotel. Oh, what a night. I walk into hello. I walk into my hotel room with a big yawn, the clock on the wall saying it's almost 4 a.m. The urge to just flop down onto the bed and fall asleep like this is tempting, but a sight on my balcony makes me change my mind. Oh, waiting in the moonlight is none other than Forget-Me-Not, their suit and cape practically glistening against the night sky. Hi. I walk on over to the balcony door, giving it a soft tap as I go outside. Good evening. They turn upon hearing me with a big grin on their face. Ah, there you are! I didn't come at a bad time, did I? They stare at what I'm wearing, making it obvious that this is anything but normal. No, you're fine. I just had to step out for a bit. Huh, alright. You didn't wait long, did you? It's fine. I found ways to pass the time. I threw rocks at that car down there. Though, you seem pretty tired. Do you want to save this for another night? Is it that obvious? I'd feel bad considering you had to wait. Nah, don't worry about it. It's no problem at all to reschedule. I'd rather you get enough sleep. If you're absolutely sure. And I am. As if proving their point, another yawn sneaks up on me. I'm sorry about this. Is tomorrow a good time? If it is for you, then it is for me. Very well, then. Good night. Good night. I give them a little goodbye wave, walking back inside. Just as I'm closing the balcony door, I hear something and turn around. Did you say something? But by the time I look, they're already long gone, their glider not even visible over the horizon. Must have just been hearing things, I suppose. With another yawn, I start to finally get ready for bed after such a long and exhausting night. Whew. The next day. Irina, I'm gonna start yawning too if you keep doing that. Sorry. Another day goes on like any other, and the adventure I had the other night feels like a distant dream because of it. Afternoon practice has just wrapped up, and I'm walking out of the theatre with Adriana and Jacob in tow. Maybe Irina's just bored of how everything's the same as always. It feels like we're always either here or at the hotel or at some restaurant. For being our time off, we sure are just doing what we usually do. Adriana gives an embarrassed huff while I let out a giggle. I think it's been quite nice, though. And there's definitely more we haven't seen of the city yet. That's true. I hear there's this really good bar near the business center. I think it was called the Gallant Rogue or something like that. Everyone I've asked has recommended it a ton. Yes, you should go there. You should definitely go there for no reason. Oh, I'd be down to check it out. Where is it exactly? We can go check it out right now if you want. Excuse me. A voice suddenly interrupts our conversation, and all three of us turn to see where it came from. We end up spotting a postal worker carrying a large bouquet of red flowers coming towards us. Good day. Do you three work here? That we do. We're part of the ballet company. Excellent. That's great news already. They grab the handheld device sitting on their waist, pushing some buttons on the screen with their free hand. I've got a flower telegram to deliver to someone in your company. Would you three happen to know how do I say this? Irina Lebedev? All three of us say nothing, simply staring at them, until both Adriana and Jacob point to me. Yeah, she's right here. The postal worker blinks back in silence for a brief moment, before they respond. Oh, what luck! Well then, here you are, miss. Hastily yet carefully, they place the bouquet in my arms. Meanwhile, I'm still staring at it and them, incredibly confused. Are you certain this is for me? That I am. Take a look for yourself. They show me the handheld device, and right on the screen, I see as bright as day, to Irina Lebedev of the Pavlova Ballet Company. Putting it back on their hip, they adjust their cap and give me and the others a nod. Have a good day, you three. Cheers. I watch them walk out of the hallway, clearly satisfied that the delivery was so easy. But I still say nothing, continuing to be confused by the gift that was suddenly thrust upon me. That's no fair. Why do you suddenly get flowers? And really pretty ones to boot. I've never seen these before. She's absolutely right. Does that say remember? I wonder what it says. The bright red flowers are stunning to look at, and the sweet, subtle scent they give off brings the bouquet together. Oh no, it says Ramona's. Of course it does. It's Ramona's flowers. A little card sits in the arrangement, with the side that's facing me showing the name of the shop these flowers presumably came from. Ramona's Flowers. I carefully pluck it out and flip it around to see if there is anything written on the other side. Jacob and Adriana lean in to get a better look. Let's see here. On the back is just a couple of short sentences without any name, initials, or signature to go along with it. The card itself reads as follows. The meaning of these flowers rings true for both them and the lovely dancer therefore. May they give you a sign that you're perfect as you are. This language. In the bottom corner, I notice a drawing of a flower, and I instantly realize who this surprise gift is from. I can feel my face turning redder, and it seems Adriana and Jacob noticed. Uh-oh. Ooh, Irina's got an admirer. The lovely dancer, therefore. How poetic. Irina, your face is almost as red as these flowers. Oh, look at how embarrassed you are. Ooh, do you know who they are? Tell me. To think that while we were busy practicing, you went off and found new love here in the city instead? Adriana! The two of them let out hearty laughs, and I can't help but join in with an embarrassed one of my own. I hold the bouquet gently in my arms, staring at the flowers fondly. They really are so beautiful. I wonder... An idea quickly comes to mind as I pull out my phone and hand it to Adriana. Could you take a picture of me with them? Sure thing, hold on a sec. Adriana steps back a bit, deciding on the right distance and angle as she holds up my phone. Oh, you're the person you want everyone to take a selfie. Like, this is when you want someone to take a picture of you, like, Adriana's the kind of person, someone who will actually make sure the shot is lined up. Probably take like 3 so you can choose the best one. Say cheese! She takes the picture and hops back, looking at it before returning my phone. That's gonna be a good one then. Thank you. Do you two mind if we move that bar visit to some other time? I want to go somewhere else today. I suddenly really want to visit a flower shop. Not a problem. Where are you going? I hold the card up, flipping it over to the name on the other side for Jacob to see. I want to go to the shop these are from. Great minds. Great minds. They mention a meaning of some kind, so perhaps someone there would tell me. Good thinking. Better than just trying to figure out what kind of flowers these are on our own. I'll see you two later then. See you, Irina. Giving them a quick wave, I make my way out of the theatre, my sights set on this Ramona's flowers that this gift came from. Off to... I was going to be like to make a pilgrimage or something. I can't make cool puns. I tried. It was bad. I'm sorry. Here you go. Much obliged, miss. After returning to the hotel for a brief moment to put the bouquet into a vase, I finally make it to my destination, the street known as Sidewind Avenue. The cab driver mentioned this was where the flower shop was located, and indeed, I see it in front of me, clear as day. Time to see just what sort of meaning they meant, and to maybe see if I can thank them for it. Oh, cat. A cat. Okay, priority. Priority. Cat. Most important. Walking closer to the building, I notice a little orange cat tucked away in the alley right beside it. Why, hello there. I squat down and hold my hand out, hoping to get it to come closer to me. The little kitty approaches me cautiously, sniffing my fingers before finally headbutting them. Meow. Once I start petting it, it practically pushes itself into my palm, purring louder than I've ever heard a cat purr before. I glance at the name tag on its collar, which reads Marigold. Well, aren't you just a cutie, Marigold? As I get back up, little Marigold sits right down in front of me, looking straight up and letting out a loud meow for attention. Meowdy, Tim, hello! Happy Women Wednesday! Women and cats. This is like the best. The best kind of Wednesday you can imagine. I just realized I am both woman and cat. Hold on. Mind blown. This is amazing. There's no brain in my head today. I apologize in advance for the lack of anything. It's okay. It's okay. But I hope you're doing well. Happy Wednesday. Hee hee. Meow. I'd love to pet you longer, but I have to go take care of an errand. I'll be sure to give you another scritch on the way out, alright? They seem to understand what I mean as they let out a big yawn and walk back over to where they were sitting before. No, I'm gonna pet you again. No, it's gonna be the same. Alright, is there anything else? Hi. No, nothing I can do. Looking down the street further south, I can see the business center off in the distance. Wasn't that bar Adriana mentioned somewhere around there? The Gallant Robe or something along those lines? I didn't think I'd be so close. Maybe I can bring those two here later when we're in the area for dinner. Maybe you can. Also, Mari, thank you for the hydrate. Let me have a sip of my monster. Whoa. I need it. I need all the brain cells I can get today. I've used them all up. There's none left. But I hope you're doing well. Happy Wednesday. Happy Women Wednesday. There's some really great women here and also cats. Alright, what was I doing? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, but that's fine. We're going in the flower shop. Oh, let's look at the sign first. Standing before me is my destination, the flower shop known as Ramona's Flowers. It's a modest-looking shop, but a cozy one as well. What with the flowers, the warm-coloured bricks, and the simple sign that ties it all together. Apparently, the flower decorations on opening night were ordered from this shop. At least that's what Uncle said. He mentioned that locals praise this shop as the best to turn to. Also, Mari, hello. I feel like you would like Irina a lot. For no reason whatsoever. I just, like, I feel like you would like her. Just, like, no reason. I just wanted to mention that for no reason. At least that's what Uncle said. He mentioned that locals praise this shop as the best to turn to. I can believe that based on how lovely that bouquet was. Hopefully, whoever is working here today will help answer my questions about said bouquet. And who knows, maybe I'll also get something nice for myself as well. As a little treat. Not the instant clocking. I'm sorry, I can't help it. She's so pretty, she's single. Like, I think at the moment, yeah, technically. But there is a mysterious thief going around who is also quite dashing. Thank you for the posture check too. I will have a big stretch. A stretch before we step in the shop. Ugh, I'm pretty sure I looked at everything. Hold on. Second guessing myself now. I just want to make sure. Yeah, I think that's everything. It's just it's cat and sign. All right, in we go. Walking up to the door, I pull out the address to double check that this is the right shop. Ramona's Flowers on Sidewind Avenue. Everything checks out. Tucking it back into my purse, I open the door. The chime of a bell and the soft scent of flowers immediately greet me. Ding, ding, ding. Yay, flowers! Hee hee. Oh, thank you! I'm glad. I decided to put lights in my hair. It was a spur of the moment thing that I didn't even think about, and then I was like, okay, what if I give myself a decoration? So now I have the lights. I might just keep them all month. They're nice ones. And my necklace too. I put a bow on it. Upon entering, the smell from earlier... I nearly just said earlier envelopes. Upon entering, the smell from earlier envelops me even further, now with all the other flowers joining in. The cozy interior matches the exterior, everything organized and displayed so elegantly yet efficiently. While looking around, an older woman at about my height greets me from the cash register. Hello there, miss. The name's Ramona. Welcome to my shop. I'd be happy to help you in just a moment, so feel free to look around more if you'd like. That I will, thank you. Giving me a big, bright smile, she returns to looking at her phone, scrolling through it while punching numbers into the calculator on the counter. It's time to look around the shop. What have we got? Well, it's going to be looking at the flowers, I presume. You can look out the window first. Wait, yeah, let me... Oh, dictionary redeem. Thank you for the dictionary narration. We got the letter E. Right, let me do this first. E is for envelopes and also for... Equation, really? The dictionary is giving me maths on this, my head empty day. Incredible. Equation, noun. 1. Mathematical. A statement that the values of two mathematical expressions are equal, indicated by the sign equal sign. Or 2. In chemistry, a formula representing the changes which occur in a chemical reaction. Or 3. The process of equating one thing with another. Beautiful, wonderful. Maths. What else is on this page? Is there like a cool word on here? Oh, epilogue's a fun one. Epilogue. Noun. A section at the end of a book or play which comments on what has happened. Perfect. Oh, thank you for the dice too. Let me have a roll. I've got 3 D20s just on my desk at the moment, so I'm just going to roll these 3 and we'll see what we get. But yes, love tall women. Okay, so I got a 4 and I got a 6 and I got an 18. So I think I know which one I'm keeping. Clearly the 6. No, I got an 18. This is fine. Everything's going to go great now. I walk over to the window to look at the flowers lined up alongside it. It's a quaint collection of smaller potted plants, all with little signs showing what they're called and where they're from. Outside the window itself isn't the best view, as it just faces the other building next door. But down in the alley, I can see the little cat I saw earlier. Seeing it staring up at me, I can't help but give it a warm smile and a tiny wave. Is the cat in the alleyway yours? Miss Ramona takes her eyes off her phone for a brief moment upon hearing my question and gives me a firm nod. That's right. Little Marigold has lived in the shop since the day I found her wandering around. In the evenings, I let her in so she can sleep in the office in the back. She's smart enough to know when it's better to sit out there or in here, so I never have to worry. Oh, how cute. I can tell you take good care of her. Why, thank you. She goes back to scrolling through her phone, and I take one last look at Marigold before returning to my browsing. Let's look at the display. Sitting right in the middle of the shop is a large display of numerous flowers and plants. Some I can recognize, like tulips and chrysanthemums, but others I haven't even seen before. In the handsome arrangement, I spot a few pots of really pretty lilies. Magda loves lilies. Anytime she sees one, she says she has to either buy them or take a picture of them at least. This too is Yuri? Yuri spotted? Excuse me, do you mind if I take a picture of these? Go right ahead, knock yourself out. I kneel down to not strain my back and pull out my phone, steadying my hands to get just the right angle. After taking a couple of pictures to make absolutely sure they came out right, I stand back up and pull up Magda in my contacts. Saw these at a shop called Ramona's and figured you'd like to add these to your collection. Done. It doesn't take long before I get a reply, and I can immediately tell she loves them. Yeah, Key Smash, these are so pretty. Can you text me the address, please? I want to buy them so bad. I can't help but giggle at how giddy she sounds, pulling up the address again and typing it out as she asked. Putting my phone back in my purse, I gaze at the display again. These flowers all look amazing. This shop truly does take incredible care of everything. He's so lovely. Right, let's talk to Ramona again. Am I done looking around? Yeah, I think so. After looking around the store to my heart's content, I finally walk up to Miss Ramona, who is still scrolling on her phone near the cash. Upon seeing me get closer, she tucks it carefully into the pocket of her apron and turns her attention to me. How can I help you today? I had received a bouquet telegram today and wanted to ask some questions about it. Oh? Is there something wrong with it? I'd be more than happy to replace it for you if it's not to your liking. No, that's not it at all. It's a beautiful bouquet and I'm happy to have gotten it. I just wanted to ask about what the flowers meant, since the sender alluded to their meaning. Oh, is that all? Of course I can help you with that. Could you show me the bouquet? Sure thing. I grab my phone from my purse and open the gallery to pull up the photo Adriana took earlier. However, after showing her the photo, Miss Ramona's expression quickly changes into a look of surprise. I bet she's instantly just like, damn, I know who sent those. How risky moves. Risky maneuvers. And then a smug smile for some reason. Oh. So you're the one who got the amaryllis bouquet. Oh, these are called amaryllis? They're very beautiful. But what do you mean by that? Because those flowers are quite special, you could say. The person who picked them out is very particular about these sorts of things, so I wondered who would be getting these of all flowers. I stare at the photo again in awe. I wasn't aware these flowers were so special. My apologies, but I'm not very well versed in flower language. Not to worry, dear. Not many people are. Especially not flowers as uncommon around this time of year as these. You said you wanted to learn about their meaning, correct? Yes, I did, if it's not too much trouble. It's no trouble at all. Amaryllis have a common meaning. Beauty, or beautiful. Most people who pick these for their meaning often do so only looking at their surface value. But I can guarantee you that the person who picked these out went for their more uncommon meaning. And what would that be? Miss Ramona looks at me straight on, giving me the warmest smile I've ever seen. Is it strength? No. Oh, worth more than their beauty. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Oh, my. Oh, me, oh, my. A lovely meaning, no? That's so smooth. That is really smooth. I stare back at her in awe. That meaning, worth more than their beauty, it suddenly makes the message on the card mean so much more as a result. The meaning of these flowers rings true for both them and the lovely dancer, therefore. I think about that night on the balcony with them and the way they described me then. Such a corny, flirty message, and yet I can't help but love it. It really is. If it's not too much trouble, I have another question. Of course, dear. I'm always happy to help. Would it be alright if I can send a bouquet in return as thanks? Or at least a flower or two? I'd feel a little upset if I didn't properly thank them for this. Miss Ramona blinks at me for a brief moment before she goes back to giving me that big smile from before. Of course, that's perfectly alright. I assume you'd like to put a fair amount of thought into the meaning of your bouquet as well? That I do. Although I only know the most basic flower language. Red roses. Not to worry, dear. We can help. We? That's right. My main employee is... No, wait. Oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Rize, hello. Welcome, welcome. I love women. Oh, this is gonna be good. That's right. My main employee has been in the back working on bouquets this whole time. I'm sure she'd be more than happy to help you pick some flowers. She's doing this on purpose. She's doing this on purpose. She turns to face the back door, holding out her hand next to her mouth, and yells. Ocean Storms, hello, welcome in. Know these two for 5 minutes and already love both of them already. That's me with like every single character in this game. A character is introduced and I'm just there like I've known this character for 5 minutes, but if anything happened, it's so good. Happy Wednesday, welcome in. D, help the lady arrange her bouquet for me, would you? I turn to look at the door as she's yelling and spot someone's head peeking out from behind. They quickly duck back in before I can see what they look like, without responding to Miss Ramona calling them. Are you certain this is all right? Don't worry about it, dear. She's just more used to working alone back there. She walks up beside me and lightly pats me on the back, pushing me forward. Oh, Ramona. This is so funny. Go on, then. When you've picked out your bouquet, I can help ring you up back out here. Oh. All right, I suppose. This is so funny. We know exactly who's in there. I walk forward, looking back to see Miss Ramona giving me another big smile as an okay. Oh, I love her. Giving the door a light knock, I open it and walk inside. Oh, this is such a fun game. This is such a good game. Hold on, let me link the Steam page. Give me a second. Good game, very recommended. Let me just pin that. Check it out. I love this game so much. This is so fun. Oh, Ramona, you are so sneaky. I love her. I love her so much. This is great. On the other side is a smaller room, also full of flowers that are ready to be turned into bouquets and arrangements. A large window sits in here, with various ribbons, tools, and flower pots lined up against it. The television in the back is currently turned off, which makes the room even quieter when I notice no one around. She ran away. She's out of here. Hello? No response. I try. Is she under the table? I try again, wondering if someone really is back here. Hello? Miss Ramona said I could ask you to help me create my bouquet? I walk up to the large table in the middle, a small collection of stationery and gift wrapping items strewn about. Someone must have just been here, as a half-finished bouquet sits in a vase in the middle. As I continue to walk around, I feel my foot kick something. Oh, she's under the table, isn't she? Oh. Also, Gregor, hello. Happy Wednesday. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Ow, freaking... I jump at the sudden noise, turning to its source to realize that it came from underneath the table. Oh, there you are. Are you all right? Yeah, I'm fine. Just drop something. Yeah. All the way under there? I'll be right out. I can hear them shuffling out onto the other side, and finally see who they are as they crawl up onto their feet, brushing any dust off of their apron. Appearing before me is a young woman, a little above my shoulders in height, with dark curly hair tied into a ponytail. It's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry if I disturbed you while you were working. Hi. Hey. No, you're fine. Not many people come back here, so I dropped stuff in surprise. I stare at her for a moment, something in the back of my mind coming forward upon seeing her up close. I recognize that voice. I recognize those eyes. Suspicious. Fine, a little bit hungry. Oh, I hope you can get some food soon. I actually had so much food for lunch today. I didn't eat before my stream yesterday, and that was a big mistake. So today I was like, I am not making that mistake again. So I had a massive lunch, and I'm really full. I hope you can get some nice food. Drop something. My ability to talk to people. That's me. That's me always, honestly. My apologies, but do I know you? Huh? I don't think so. You're probably mistaking me for someone else. No, I'm certain that... I stare a little longer before it finally dawns on me. Oh, I remember now. You're that girl I bumped into on opening night. The one who got lost looking for the bathroom. Yeah, you're right. She lets out a very quick sigh as she scratches the back of her neck sheepishly. Oh, right. How could I forget? It's nice to see you again. Nice to see you again, too. My name is Irina Lebedev. And you? Desiree Lechance. A pleasure. She takes the half-finished bouquet on the table and puts it away nearby, chatting with me at the same time. So, I understand you want to thank the person who gave you that bouquet? That's correct. They're a regular at our shop, and I help them personally, so once the bouquet is sorted out, we can get it delivered to them no problem. Now that she knows her cover isn't blown, she's just going full in on, yeah, I'm just that girl from opening night. No, never seen me anywhere else before. I am not the mysterious phantom thief in the night. I'm just a flower shop girl. That's all I am. I can definitely deliver that bouquet to the person who sent you your flowers, who definitely was not you, yes. I love this. I love this. Oh, only had toast for lunch and breakfast. Break at work. I hope dinner will be ready soon. I hope so too. I hope it's delicious. This is so funny. Yeah, you can definitely get it delivered to yourself, huh? That's wonderful. Since you know them personally, would it be a problem if I accompanied you to deliver this in person? I'm sure they wouldn't mind. She averts her gaze from me slightly while clearing her throat. I mean, they aren't too keen on random drop-ins, even from people they know. Besides, they prefer their confidentiality and whatnot. I hope you understand. Oh, of course. She grabs a medium-sized ring binder that was next to the television, placing it on the table as she slides another stool next to the one already there. Now come, take a seat. We can start by looking at the catalogue and picking out any flowers that catch your eye. Unfortunately, the amaryllis that they picked out were a special order, so they aren't in here. But we can definitely find something in the current season. All right, then. I take a seat next to her, and she opens it to the first page, starting to go over the different flowers and plants as we flip through. Imagine that, like, how awkward must that be, though, to, like, make your own bouquet? without them even knowing that they're making it for you. She talks about just about everything. Their meanings, what flower combinations work well together, which ones are most often used for certain kinds of bouquets. All the while, I quietly listen in, only speaking when they ask for my opinion or for whether I think a flower would be suitable for my gift. The whole process is slow and thoughtful, but also very calming for some reason. I look over to her from time to time, noticing that no matter what plant it is or how many we've talked about already, she continues to have the same vigor and enthusiasm. I'm not sure why, but something about this feels so familiar. That looks like a good amount. Before I've realized it, we've skimmed through the entire book, Desiree writing down every plant that piqued my interest into a notebook nearby. Will we be able to make a suitable bouquet with what I picked out? Of course! I've already got a combination in mind and can start working on it as soon as I can. What do you think about this? She shows me a small handful of flowers from the list. Oh, that will look lovely. I think it's perfect. Great. You are so sure she'll like them because you picked them yourself, baby. I mean, that's a great way also for her to guarantee she has a bouquet of flowers that she loves, because she gets to choose the flowers. Yeah, we'll just stash it in an unusual way in the end because it doesn't have to go anywhere. No, I think she'll still be, like, taking it back to the bar. She's not going to just, like, leave it in the shop, so she does still have to deliver it. But it would be really funny if Irina sees Desiree delivering the flowers to the bar. I hope that happens. I hope that's going to be what happens, and I called it. I hope. That's what I'm hoping for. Great! It'll take a little bit, though, so I hope you don't mind waiting in the front until it's ready. Yes, that's perfectly fine. Thank you so much. No problem. I'll try and get this done quick so you don't have to wait around too long. Miss Ramona at the front can run you through our delivery process and payment if you'd like. That sounds all right to me. We both get up from our seats, with Desiree putting the binder away and grabbing her tools to start working again. Before I start heading to the exit, however, she suddenly calls out to me. Oh, right! We're currently backed up from the ballet, so it might take longer than I thought. Oh, okay, that's not a problem. I don't mind waiting. Before I can finish my sentence, however, my foot snags on the stool I just sat on, causing me to lose my balance. Ah, watch out! Dip number 2. Here we go. Where's my hip? That's what I'm talking about. I close my eyes tightly, anticipating the pain of falling onto the floor square on my back.
Yes! Oh my gosh!
Exactly. Thank you. Instead, I open them to see Desiree, who caught me mid-fall and is now staring at me with a nervous and concerned look on her face. With how they caught me and the way I wrapped my arms around them, this scenario feels oddly familiar. Are you alright? You're not hurt or anything, are you? I blink, still trying to get my bearings straight, but manage to muster out something of a response. I'm fine. The words that come out of my mouth solidify this odd deja vu I'm feeling as she pulls me back up onto my feet. I am so sorry. I didn't mean to distract you and cause you to trip, and... She goes on with her stammering, but I start to zone out, something coming forward from the back of my mind as I watch her. The whole time I've been here, something has felt oddly familiar. Between how calm I felt when I was listening to her speaking, and now this deja vu with how she caught me, it's almost like I'm with that thief right now. I chalked it up to me having them on my mind this whole time, but This is all too much of a coincidence at this point. And the way Desiree has been acting, between being under the table earlier to how she reacted to my question of that thief's address, it almost seems like she's trying to hide something. Miss Lebedev? This is all more than just coincidence at this point, and the more I stare at Desiree, the more it starts to come together. It's you. What's me? You're Forget-Me-Not. Her face grows paler after hearing that, as she takes a step back from me. What? No, you're mistaken. You must have hurt your head during the fall. Here, I can get the first aid kit, and... No, I most certainly didn't. This is all too much to be a coincidence, especially with how you've been reacting. Anyone would be surprised to suddenly be accused of being the Forget-Me-Not. But the way you caught me, it's just like on the rooftops before. Though, this time you didn't accidentally take my ring again. Yeah, don't try and trick me like that. She stares at me for a bit before letting out a deep sigh and pinching the bridge of her nose. There's no convincing you otherwise, is there? No. Oi. All right, you win. She sits back down on the stool, motioning me to follow suit. I do just that, after closing the door, and turn to look right at her. She's hunched over onto the table, resting her head on her hands as she sighs again. Of all the people to realize who I was, I didn't think it would be you. Even the detective hasn't figured me out in over 3 years. You've just done a good job of hiding yourself, I suppose. Although I guess I can thank you for the bouquet personally now, so thank you. You're welcome. I wasn't expecting you to try and send a bouquet back. That wasn't part of the plan. It seems like nothing about our interactions ever go according to plan, huh? Yeah, that's one way of putting it. She lets out an embarrassed chuckle, finally looking at me, her cheeks tainted a faint red as she gives me a smirk. It must be weird seeing me without a costume on, huh? A little bit. You actually look quite different without it, so I didn't recognize you. That's on purpose, you know? People get so fixated on the suit that seeing me in my civilian wear feels too underwhelming, so they doubt themselves. Like me. I'm surprised how quickly you figured out I sent the bouquet. I didn't even leave my normal signature. It was the language you chose that tipped me off. Just like what you said on the night of the heist. What was it again? The jewel suits a beautiful swan such as yourself perfectly. Please, I'm begging you, forget I said that. I couldn't sleep from how embarrassed I was. We both share a laugh, which helps ease the awkward tension between us. I then let out a soft sigh as I look at her. If I'm being honest, I prefer seeing you like this. Huh? Why's that? Well, all the other times we've spoken, you've been in disguise as the thief. But right now, I'm not looking at Forget-Me-Not. I'm looking at you, Desiree. Desiree's face turns a bright red at my remark as she averts her gaze from me. Meanwhile, I giggle at how flustered she is. And this is another good reason why I like seeing you like this more. It's easier to see you blushing. That's not fair. Now you're just teasing me. Yeah, she is. She fully is still teasing. Now kiss. Come on. Oh, bye, gonna eat dinner. Have a nice dinner. I hope it is delicious. And thank you for the hydrate and posture check. I will have a big stretch. I will have a sip of my drink. Oh, lovely. around, she lets out an embarrassed laugh before looking back at me, her face still a bright red. But I will admit, it's nice to be myself around you. Talking to you and just seeing you each night has really made these past few days great. She slides her hand close to mine as she continues. Ooh. We've only known each other for a short time now, but I hope that I can even partially become someone you feel just as comfortable around. She gently holds... Oh. Uncensored hand-holding. She gently holds my hand, averting her gaze again as her face turns an even brighter tint of red. She's gonna have no blood left in her body. I smile back at her, a blush lighting my cheeks too, but... Ah! Oh, are you okay? Oh no! I quickly pull my hand back, cradling it as I try to subdue the sudden panic attack. My hand starts to shake a little, and I hold it tightly to try and hide this. I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. I look back at Desiree as I try to calm myself and see that bright look she had on her face change to a sad, worried gaze. Are you okay? I didn't hurt you or anything, did I? No. You didn't do anything wrong, I promise. Oh. A sudden wave of nausea hits me as the usual after effects start to rear their ugly heads. Damn it. I start to stand up, albeit a little wobbly, as I try to compose myself. I guess the other night is catching up to me. I should probably head back to the hotel. Are you sure you're okay to walk? You're looking really pale. I could help escort you out if you'd like. No worries. I just need to take a nap back at my room. Thank you for your concern. As I stabilize myself enough to walk, I start to turn towards the door. I'd still like to get that bouquet, or even just a few flowers for you as thanks. Next time, maybe we can pick out flowers you like. How does that sound? Yeah, sure. It was nice to sit with you here and to finally meet you, Desiree. Take care. I'll see you later. Yeah, I'll see you later. I try my best to ignore the hurt in her voice, still rightfully concerned over what happened, as I walk out of the back room. Oh. Giving Miss Ramona a wave goodbye, I walk out and call a cab to head back to the hotel as soon as I can. All while fighting off the onset attack that suddenly crept up on me. Why? Why did that have to happen again now, of all times? Everything was going so well. What's the story there? What is the meaning of that? What triggered that? Oof. 1, 2, 1. No good. I still can't seem to focus. The rest of today felt like a hazy mess. I took a long nap after the episode earlier, almost missing evening practice as a result. And the whole time since, I've been trying to take my mind off of what happened, to get back to at least a bit of normalcy. But I still feel terrible. Not just from the side effects, but also because of Desiree. I hope she doesn't think poorly of me because of that. How do I even explain it to her, though? Will she even understand? Yeah, is that the reason for the remark of the others before? Yeah, it makes me wonder. Like, maybe it's a thing where, like, if she gets too, like, emotionally invested, it triggers, like, the panic attack of some sort. And it's like, that's why she would never be interested in romance, because whenever that starts to happen, she runs away. I feel like there's a story behind it. These kinds of thoughts have been swirling in my mind all day, not giving me any chance to breathe. Even now, while I continue to practice by myself, my movements feel stiffer and more sluggish as a result. I sigh deeply, taking a drink from my water bottle as I stare off into the distance. Maybe I should call it here. No, I can't afford that, not when I'm still so far behind. My train of thought is interrupted by a light outside the doors, a security guard making their rounds to check the rooms. Ducking into the blind spot, I hold my breath as I wait for them to pass by as usual. But they don't. What? Instead of lazily checking inside the room like I expect them to, they instead walk right in and head straight for the blind spot. Is this going to be the detective? Or is the detective going to be the one who told the guards to check the corners of the practice rooms? They shine their flashlight in my direction, causing me to stand up and brace myself. Just what do you think you're doing here, miss? Don't you know how late it is? I stammer, not expecting to be found so easily, as I try to respond. I'm truly sorry, I didn't mean to... But in the middle of my rambling, I hear the guard laugh under their breath. Hi, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, relax. It's just me. I feel my mouth hang open upon realizing who this was. You. The trespasser from the other night. That's correct. It's a pleasure to see you again. They quickly take the uniform off, revealing the attire they wore the other night, hidden underneath. There we go. Much better. How in the world did you do that so fast? Trade secret. I can't help but laugh, feeling the tension fade as they put their flashlight away. With just the two of us in the room, and with it not feeling as awkward as last time, I continue. If I may be so bold, just who are you? Between the disguise, how you've noted down the security routes, and how skilled you are at sneaking around, you're clearly anything but a normal trespasser. I suppose introductions are in order. You can call me Crow. I am an information broker of sorts. My apologies for not introducing myself before. A little hard to when we're trying to sneak out, you know. I blink, still trying to process their introduction. Crow? Like the bird? That's what you focus on? Just to be clear, it's an alias, not my actual name. I mean, I assumed as much. Okay, good. You'd be surprised at how many people I've had to explain that to. I let out a small, embarrassed giggle. Well, it's nice to meet you regardless. But what does an information broker need to sneak into a theatre in the dead of night for? They pause for a brief moment, yet again. I suppose it's fair to answer that. I was hired to look into your company, specifically the lead dancer, Damien Petrov. Damien? Is it about those rumors that have been flying around? I knew you'd get it. That's right, my latest client wanted me to check the validity of those rumors. I suppose they have gotten quite out of hand. You can take my word that Damien is a good man. I've known him for a long time now. Yep, I've confirmed that the rumors are just a bunch of bull, so my job is done. They suddenly look at me with a serious expression, shifting the mood. But I came here to apologize to you. Apologize? Whatever for? You're Irina Lebedev, right? I nod. I had to do some digging to confirm those rumors and anything related to them, and I ended up stumbling upon your past dealings. Even without saying it outright, I immediately know what they're referring to. Ooh? Ah. Oh? They avert their gaze from me, sheepishly scratching the back of their neck. It wasn't on purpose, and I felt bad about reading your personal info like that, which is why I'm apologizing. But I also want to make it up to you. Their words pull me out of the melancholy mood as I now stare at them. Make it up to me? That's right. I may not look it, but I've actually helped a lot of people in your situation before. Just say the word and I can help you deal with them if they're still trying to bother you in some way. I stare at them a while longer before letting out a sigh. What is going on here? What is her past? That's very sweet of you, but you don't need to worry. He passed away, so I haven't had to worry about him following me around or whatnot. Hello? I sit down on the bench nearby as I stare at my hands. Is this like a stalker situation? Whoa! Oh, never mind. Even though there was nothing legally binding us, I still lived with him for 2 years, or rather, I had to deal with all that for 2 years. Crow takes a seat next to me, leaning their back against the wall with their arms crossed. 2 years is a long time in that kind of situation. The effect it probably had on you must have been rough, to put it bluntly. Quite the understatement. However, recovering and moving on has been a bit easier to manage because of everyone around me. My parents and my uncle, of course, supporting me the most out of anyone. And even when I opened up to my friends here, they were nothing but supportive. Okay, yeah, so, if she was in an abusive relationship for 2 years, then yeah, she would be the last person interested in romance right now, huh? That comment makes a lot of sense. Even the company has helped in accommodating me, going so far as to approve my admittedly selfish request to have my own suite, so I don't bother the others. I clench my hands tighter, leaning my back against the wall. But it's still so hard. I lost 2 years of my life to him. 2 years I've been trying so hard to make up for. Crow leans forward, resting their chin on their hands. Hence the extra practicing. I give them a solemn nod. I used to be part of a different ballet company, but he made me quit. They're a much stricter company than Pavlova. Very old-fashioned and traditional. When I tried to rejoin, even after explaining everything, they rejected me. I even re-auditioned numerous times. I got my start there and they just tossed me aside. It's only because of my uncle that I was able to find the courage to audition here after that. So she was right. I'm pulled out of my melancholy monologuing at their sudden comment. She? Sorry, that slipped out. I'll be honest, I was asked to check up on you if I saw you tonight. By Desiree. Desiree? You mean Desiree LaChance? The one and only. I stare at them in stunned silence. I know that sounds really hard to believe and like a big coincidence, but I'm being honest. I continue to stare at them before letting out a soft giggle. What's so funny? Oddly enough, I believe you. Any normal person wouldn't be monologuing their life story to someone they just met, but you give off that same kind of calmness that she does somehow. It puts me at ease. They now stare back at me, the look of confusion on their face instead. It doesn't last long, however, as they let out a chuckle. She really does have that effect on people, doesn't she? We both laugh together, which helps the gloomy mood slowly fade away. Oh, it's a small world, isn't it? Earlier today, we had such a nice time together, just chatting and being in each other's company. But I've ruined it with the sudden episode. I still feel so terrible about it. Crow lightly places a hand on my shoulder, giving me a soft smile. If I know that kid, and I definitely do, then I can guarantee you that she's more worried about you than about you ruining anything. The other night, she came up to me and asked if I saw you, and when I did, you know what she said? So she is overworking herself. She knew? But how? The kid's smarter than she looks, let's just say that. But even considering that, she's not a mind reader. She may have pieced together what you were up to, but in the end, she just wanted to hear it straight from you. That's part of why she asked me to check up on you after all. I think back to the last moments in the flower shop with her and what she was telling me. To even partially become someone you feel comfortable around. So that's what she meant. I'm worried that I may have scared her off, though. It was a pretty bad episode. It kind of wasn't. I can understand why it would feel that way to her, but it could have been so much worse. How do I explain to her why that happened, or what caused it, or what causes it? You don't have to. I pause and turn to them. Pardon? I said you don't have to, at least not fully. I assume the episode earlier was triggered by something, correct? I give him a nod and he continues. Well then, you can first let her know about that trigger so you two can either avoid it or work around it. And then from there, she can take her time learning the rest. You spilled everything to me because I got all the context from your files, but she's pretty foreign to all of that, even with her intelligence. For now, it's fine to cut some things out until later, when you feel more comfortable. Okay, thanks. So that's your way of saying I'm not going to find this out myself until later. Great. I stare at Crow, surprised at everything they just said. But when I try to say anything in response, I realize just how right they are. I never considered that. I've always just said everything at once so everyone could understand in the past. What do I do until then, though? It feels weird to not tell her everything if I mean to make it up with if I mean to make up with her. Crow gets up from the bench and turns around to look at me. Well, first you go back to the hotel and get some sleep. But No buts. You're not going to be thinking clearly about anything if you practice yourself into exhaustion right now. I sheepishly smile at them as I get up from the bench as well. This ended up being a convoluted way of telling me to stop practicing, wasn't it? Your words, not mine. Just keep what I told you in the back of your head the next time you see Desiree. She'll understand. I guarantee it. After a little stretch, Crow makes his way to the doors. However, I call out to him before he takes a step outside. Crow. Thank you, really. It was nice being able to talk to someone about this again. You're very welcome. Good night, Miss Lebedev. I hope to not see you in this theater at night again if I have to come back here for anything. With a little wave, they take their leave. And I, in turn, start to pack my things up as well, ready to head back to the hotel as they instructed. Once at the door, I turn back to look at the empty, silent practice room. I think Twin Bells has been my favorite stop so far, if not just for all this. Yeah. God, I'm finally out of there! After making sure the coast is clear, I hop out of my hiding spot and survey my surroundings. Every goddamn time I tell myself the same thing. I definitely won't take any more theatre jobs. No way, they're too much of a hassle. And then I end up looking like a complete fool and take them anyways. I let out a heavy sigh, then stare at my bag, filled to the brim with tonight's work. It's crow time, huh? I can finally consider it done, though, at least once I give him my report, that is. Quickly putting on a wig, I call up a cab with my sights set on my final destination for the night. Chapter 3! It's crow time! With the daffodils! I love that. Let me save. Chapter 3, crow! What time is it? It's 10 to 5. I usually stream until 6, but I think I may end up calling this as like a shorter stream. And I feel like the start of a chapter is a nice spot to do it at. 'Cause I I thought I would be okay, but I think I've been spreading myself a bit thinly recently. And, like, at the same time as well, I feel like the game is telling me off. There's so much stuff about, like, overworking and burnout. And I'm realizing, maybe I should not push myself as hard as I'm pushing myself at the moment. So I think, but, like, 3 hours is still a good time. Thank you for throwing things at me, and also thank you for the hydrate. I will have a sip. Caca. Crow time, and that means starting crow time next time I play this too. Next week, because I'm gonna be playing this. Well, I'm still gonna end up having a break for a bit too because Christmas is gonna get in the way. But after Christmas and stuff, like when I get back in the new year, this will be the Wednesday stream until I'm done with it. But yeah, I had a really busy morning this week. This today, that's the word I'm looking for. I had a stressful morning that I didn't expect to be as stressful as it was. And I was like, I'll be fine. I will be completely okay. And as time goes on, I'm like, I might need a rest, maybe. So I think I'm going to leave it at this for now. Thank you for the head pats. But I'm so excited to be playing this again. I missed it. I missed it so much. And I'm just smiling so much. Even through, like, the dark points. Even, like, when the serious moments are happening. I've just got, like, a smile on my face. I love this game. I love it so much. I'm going to save again just in case. But this has been so good. It's so good to be back. Desiree, moi. It's been so fun. It's been so good. But yeah, I think I need a bit of a rest. Because I'm streaming a lot this week as well. I'm like, part of me is like, because I'm not going to be streaming at the end of the month, I feel like I have to cram as much as I can into the start of December. But, like, that's a really good plan in theory. Really good plan in theory, but as I try to push myself too hard, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't do that. Anyway, with that, I shall bloop over to here, and I will find somebody to send a raid on to. A very good game. We should tell the dev this game rocks. We should make sure the dev knows how much we adore this game, because it's a really good game. I love this game so much. I'm so excited to be playing more of it again. Have I finished the game? No, I finished one chapter. There are still more chapters to go, but that will be a thing for next week. And hopefully next week, well, thankfully at the weekend, I'm gonna have some time to rest this weekend. I don't have plans this weekend for, like, work stuff, so I can actually take some time to not be burning myself out, potentially. But yes, that just felt like a good spot to leave it at as well for the way the story's gone. It's so good. I love it so much. I love all of the characters in this game so much. And I really want to know more. I want to know more. I'm like, now that, like, so 2 more chapters and an epilogue. So we've had the Desiree chapter. We've had the Irina chapter. We're having the Crow chapter now. I hope the last one... I hope it's O'Malley. It might be, it might not be. I'm trying to think who else there is. I hope it's O'Malley. We'll see either way. And the epilogue. Excited for epilogue. I always love when a game includes an epilogue. But yes, that is a good spot to leave it for now. Let's go see who's around. Let's go find a raid target. Who is online at the moment? Doopy-doo. There's a lot of people I know online. I need to make a decision. Actually, never mind. I think that, yeah, no, okay, we're raiding OG. OG's stream title made me decide to raid him because the stream title is just art stream, drawing myself as Britney and Toxic because I hit 5k. I want to see this. I want to see them as Britney and Toxic. This is great. This is great. We're heading over to OG. Filipino spy VTuber who plays a variety of games and is also an incredible artist. Like, they are so skilled. I love OG's art. Anyway, we're gonna go see OG as Brittany and Tox. The perfect raid target. Here is the raid message. If you're subbed, we've got the hearts emoji. If not, we will just send regular hearts. Happy Women Wednesday. And I will send you over to OG. And I will have a little rest. A little rest. And I was trying to think of something else. I was gonna be like, I'm gonna do something else. And then I'm like, no, the whole point of this is that I don't do something else. So I'm gonna try my best to do nothing. But this has been so much fun, and I'm so glad to be playing it again. I'm excited for next week. But yeah, this has been so fun. Wonder what time it is there. Yeah, it's gonna be like really late. It's like midnight, past midnight, I think. Late night Brittany. Late night Toxic. Good times. But yes, thank you. I will do my best at doing nothing. It's something that's like genuinely hard for me. I am so bad at like not doing anything. I don't know how to rest properly, but I will do my best. But I will send you over to OG for his art stream, and I will go lie down for a little bit, I think. A little lie down. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today, and until next time, bye-bye!